one of the older games, and I feel like there was like a sweet spot. There was like a sweet spot in her career with Nancy games where she had like the perfect Nancy voice.
PG Krollmeister has hired me to investigate a series of equipment meltdowns that have been plaguing the prominent Oklahoma storm research team he sponsored. Since his team has been expected to win the $100 million grant at stake in the upcoming Green Sky Storm competition, Krollmeister suspects that there is something far more sinister than simple equipment failure going on. I'll be joining the team undercover, replacing their previous intern, Pete, who wound up with a broken leg after one of the accidents stranded him directly in the path of a storm. Stepping in at the most dangerous and chaotic period of the chase season, I'm going to have to keep my wits about me to stay on top of the sabotage and the storms.
All right. Yeah, Blackmore Manor I feel like is a good game for her voice. I feel like not all of her voice act like I feel like I mean, first of all, I love Lonnie Manel as a voice actress. She's really prolific, but I definitely did not really enjoy her performance in the last couple of games before she was uh you know, she was axed by her. Is anyone there? Hello? Oh, yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, I see what you mean by that. It's hard. It's really hard because she was Nancy Drew for 20 years? How many years? 15, something like that. So, I really feel like the really, really early games, she just sounded really juvenile. And then like mid, I don't know, like games maybe like 9 through maybe 10 even. Games 10 through like 16, 17. I feel like where I liked her voice, where her voice was in those games, and then everything past that, I feel like she just got super deep and uh, oh no, CJ. I have had that happen, CJ, where I get super bored of everything I'm playing. You didn't need a new game to play, bud. All right, let's do some Junior Detective.
Whoa, oh my gosh!
Oh god, the bitrate. Oh my goodness. I really like this game. I think it's kind of underrated, especially. Oh geez, Buy Me. Hi friends. Aw. We got a paw penny in Paw We Trust. 1998. Yeah, it's funny, Pansy, because I also feel that way about like Yuri Lowenthal. I feel like he's a super wonderful, amazing, prolific voice actor who's in everything, but everything he's in, I can immediately tell that it's him. You know what I mean? Let's get this stuff out of the way.
That's a weird piece of debris. Whoa, it's filled with money.
Ooh, cha-ching, baby. Once again, amazing job. Thanks. Payment enclosed.
I better take this and see who it belongs to.
Good guy, Nancy Drew. Not gonna steal the money. I never played Professor Layton. I have a friend who did, and it definitely looks super fun. Oh, I have to look at the note. Hello, Nancy. Sorry we missed you. We're out chasing. The wind shear readings are strong enough that there might be a possible tornado forming to the north. Until our return, I'd like you to familiarize yourself a bit with our operation. Please take the tornado quiz on the computer in the cellar. Don't worry, we don't care how you score. Also, there's a stack of papers in the dining room that need to be filed away in the cabinet. You'll have to use my ordering system, but I've left notes for you on how it works. You'll want to drive down to the street to Ma and Pa's general store to meet Pa. There's a GPS in the car. You'll like him. He's quite the character. Thanks for filling in last notice. Look forward to meeting you in person, Debbie. Money, money. Oh yeah, I forgot that Lonnie is Luke in that game, actually.
Previously on Attorney General.
I never asked to be a four-star general.
And I never have to fall in love with
I love this game. It's just so silly. Alright, so this is where Debbie would be. Let's see what we can find. Oh, this puzzle. Oh, I was always so bad at this puzzle. Okay, we got this. We can do this. Ah! I even have a little notebook here for us to work on this. Okay. I have a pen here. That really sucks, CJ. I had a minute in college where a PC that I had built with a lot of struggle was I thought it was broken because I had commuted it 6 hours to where I was going to college, and I thought that it was broken, and I was heartbroken because I was going to use it as sort of like my my way of decompressing at school, and I was like really depressed for like 2 weeks. I decided to take it in to like Best Buy or something, and I was able to get it fixed like no problem. It was just a matter of where I needed to plug it in, and I just didn't know because I was still new to using PCs. Oh my gosh,
This doesn't seem right.
it was rough. It was really scary, and I was really depressed about it, to be honest. Favorite Lonnie Manella fact is that when she voiced Luke, her British accent was considered so bad that in the UK localization she was overdubbed with someone else. Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That sucks. That really sucks. Oh my gosh. Okay. Immediately next to that. These are immediately next to each other. This is immediately next to R. This one is to the right of this. And this is immediately next, wait.
That's not it.
Hold on. So, my understanding of it is that Her Interactive finally just decided to let her go, for one reason or another. I think part of it, from what I remember, part of it is the fact that she is living in the UK. She's living in the UK and was having to basically couldn't go into their I think the Her Interactive office is in Seattle, so obviously she couldn't be physically in Seattle to record lines, and that was affecting things. I don't know if she has a bad reputation among VAs. I actually don't know what she's like as a person. I just know she's been in voice acting for like ever. Coco, how's it going? Oh my gosh, that's such a cute emote. Is that Flurry? Oh my gosh. But yeah, so they basically just replaced her with another voice actress who could actually be in studio. I think that's one of the reasons. Okay, S. It's immediately next to R. Okay, so these need to be next to each other. This is to the left of S. Oh god. This is to the left of this.
That's not it.
I don't think her has their physical offices anymore. Really? Is that true? Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, yeah. I don't, they definitely were in Seattle or the Seattle area a couple years ago, because at one point, actually, when I was looking at places to go to college, I was looking at a place up there, in the PNW. I was looking at some place that's going to be near where their offices were, with the hopes of maybe like interning there. Sitting there for something is not easy. Oh god, yeah. You don't have good internet anymore. Ugh. God, yeah. That really sucks. Yeah, saving up for anything these days feels like such a chore, such a task. Easy problem is that periodically disconnects from the Wi-Fi. You have to restart? What the heck? Yeah, that seems really weird, Pansy. I don't know about that. That might be like an internal issue. What's your opinion on this game? Because it's one of those where people love it or hate it. Yeah, Coco, I was just saying, like, I think this game is kind of underrated. I don't know. I don't think it's like the perfect Nancy Drew game in my mind. I'd be happy to give it a full review after we play it again, since it's been a while since I played this game. But I actually really like this game. I think it has like good voice acting, it has fun puzzles, it has an interesting story. The ending is like fine. Driver power state failure. Oh gosh. It's in your top 5, Coco! That's awesome! Okay. What are your top 5? I'm curious. To the left of this. This is to the right of this. This is immediately next to R. Oh, shoot. Does that work?
No, that's not right.
Oh man, Pansy, yeah. If you have the ability to get your computer checked out before Starfield comes out, I think that would be the play. This is immediately next to this. This is to the left of us.
All right,
Oh!
got it.
Nice! Got him. I was barely even paying attention. I used to be so bad at these kinds of logic puzzles.
Looks like garbage. Don't need this.
Just gonna dig through the trash really quick. Mon Pa's General Store, 3 times corn bag. Okay. There's some corn there.
Mice. I agreed to tornadoes, but I did not sign up for mice.
Her offices were where all the old videos of the Amateur Sleuth blog were shot. I believe they sold a couple years ago. Wow. That's fascinating, because I feel like in one of the recent YouTube videos they put up, I saw that they had like footage of the voice actors in booth. So I'm wondering if they're just renting out a space to record like voice acting. That's really interesting. I'm very curious about that now. Okay. Play Cyberpunk pretty good, but the fans were whirring. Oof. That's tough. That's how my old laptop used to be. Alright, let's see if I can get this. Have to double check the order, but mine are Captive. Oh gosh, I am really bad at knowing the abbreviations of the games. Is that Captive Curse or Kapu Cave? No, that's not Kapu Cave. Kapu Cave starts with a K. Trail of the Twister. Dead is Deadly Device. MSM. I don't know what MSM is, and then Sea of Darkness. Instagram team video reel made it look like they did a lot of virtual stuff. Fancy, you know, I actually think that the fans going really fast can mean bad things. I'm just not sure what. It might mean that something is getting blocked up in there. Like, I don't know if have you actually like taken the computer apart and like cleaned it? Because that might be the play. I actually have a compressed can of air somewhere. I just got it at Walmart for a couple bucks, and you can, you know, open up the side of your computer or however it opens and just spray out all the dust. That helps a lot. Message in the Haunted Mansion, thank you. I think I got all those except for Message in the Haunted Mansion. Awesome. Yeah, okay. Captive Curse, Trail of the Twister, Deadly Device, Message in the Haunted Mansion, and Sea of Darkness. Good choices, Coco. Those are all really good games. Hi, Tubi. How's it going? It might be worth a shot. I know that it can block up your fans quite a lot, and then that could obviously make a computer run really hot, and then the fans are running more. And then I think if the fans are running too quickly, it could actually break the fan itself. Alright, the Weather Service will issue what type of alert when a tornado has been spotted? It's a tornado watch? What? Tornado warning. I don't live where there are tornadoes. I've never lived where there are tornadoes, so I've never really had to know any of this. How many tornadoes are recorded on average each year? 500? 1,000? Yeah. Yeah, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, Missouri, and Illinois. F-scale. I remember this one. Safest place would be a... Wouldn't it be a storm shelter? The safest? The least safe place. My bad. That'd be a large room, I think. Yeah. I should actually read. Preparation for an emergency disaster kit? Yeah. Which of the following is not indicative of tornadoes? A downburst. Tornadoes each year. Probably like 1%. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. 166 to 200 miles per hour. Causes the most injuries is flying debris. I'll take it.
Nancy, is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Scott wants to meet you.
Be right there.
Nancy Drew, you made it. I'm Scott Varnell, the person in charge of this meteorological train wreck. Welcome aboard.
Coco, I agree. I love Haunted Mansion. Yeah, I would say the atmosphere is probably the highest, the best part of that game. And also just like all of the things that you can miss in the game. If you like really carefully play through it and you can find all of the little like, you know, hauntings. I love a game where you can miss stuff if you don't look hard enough. Especially, oh sorry, I have hiccups. Especially when it's a Nancy Drew game. Because you should be looking super carefully in a Nancy Drew game, right? So like ideally you would be finding stuff, but I also think it adds to like the replayability of the game. I love it. Yeah, I like that some aren't explained. You know, Coco, it's interesting you say that because that's actually one of the things that I liked a little bit more about the older games compared to the newer ones. I felt like in the newer games, this isn't necessarily always the case, especially when you think of like the one with Sunny June in it, whatever that one's called. Shattered Medallion. You know, there I feel like there are a lot of things that are explained in those games, especially the endings, right? Oops. But then in the older games, it's like there's a lot of stuff that's purposefully left unanswered, which I think is very fun.
Did you see the tornado?
What tornado? Thanks to the lousy equipment that uncle of yours stuck us with, we just spent the last hour chasing down a bunch of cumulonimbi barely capable of spawning a spring shower, let alone a tornado. Wait a minute. Did you see a tornado?
Well, yeah. As I was driving up to the farmhouse. It wasn't that big, but it sure threw a lot of debris around.
Well, isn't that just peachy? We spend hours racing all over the countryside, and where's all the action? Right in our own backyard. We're never gonna win this thing. The school's gonna pull the plug on us, sell the farm, and that's gonna be all she wrote. And it's all Krollmeister's fault for saddling us with a bunch of Bush League junk. But now that you're here, maybe our luck will change. You'll be reporting to Debbie, but make no mistake, I call the shots around here. In fact, 2 things you need to do right off the bat. I gotta give a workshop on tornado preparedness at the junior high school next week, so put a sample disaster kit together for me. If anything's missing, go up the road to Mon Paz and get it there.
Some of the old Nances are so scary to me. Like the character models are so plasticky. See, it's funny because like I find that really charming. I find like the newer Nancy Drew games with the like newer models of characters, yeah, they look good, but they don't have the same charm. And like even this game, which is game number I don't actually know. 16, 17, 19? I think this one's 19. Because 18 was then 16 was Icicle Creek. 17 was the Louisiana one. Crystal Skull. Ah! Stay tuned for Danger. Okay, Stay tuned for Danger is a little bit scary, though. It is good, though. It's very good.
What goes into a disaster kit?
Look, you're here because that rich uncle of yours said you could do the job, so be a little resourceful and just do it, okay? If you need a nanny, have your uncle send one. We don't have the budget. Have your uncle. Second thing you need to do is redesign the warning siren layout for the local community. They just got a set of new sirens and their range is different, so the town asked me, and now I'm telling you, to figure out where to place them so if there is a tornado, everyone will be within earshot of a siren. All the information you need is on the chart in the other room. You have questions about anything, bug Debbie, not me. Nice meeting you.
That game audio? Like, keeps cutting out at the very end of sentences. It was doing that in the previous game, too, which is weird. They're charming, but it's more supernatural sense of insidious energy. I love that. When I see a plastically model, like the same with Oblivion, it's fascinating, but yeah, I actually really agree with that, Fancy. That's a really funny way of putting it. Yeah, there's something very scary, but also somehow charming about, Oh, Rick! Sheesh, what was that? I could have been killed. Get my agent on the phone now. God, what a good video game. Alright, what do we got? The storm, like so many storms in this part of the country, it came on quickly. The skies seemed to grow darker and more menacing by the second. That's so sad. So basically, without me reading the whole article, Ma died in a tornado, which is very sad.
And sandwich specials that you will have to see with your own eyes to appreciate. The Funnel Cloud Cafe. Wow, what a great place to get
Wow.
food. How much?
That tornado you just saw. What'd you think?
What do you mean?
Were you excited? Terrified? Did it make you want to go home? What?
Actually, that tornado is the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I can't wait to see another one.
Now that's what I like to see. Wish I could get that sort of enthusiasm out of my students these days.
Enthusiasm.
Between you and me, the last few years I've gotten stuck with the worst students. I could be telling them about the most exciting storms on record, and all I get back is a sea of bored faces. Before they defunded my department,
Maybe that could
I
be
got
your
the best of
personality,
the
sir.
best. Students who really cared, like Debbie, but those days are over.
That must really be disappointing.
What are you, like 18? Do me a favor, kid. Don't talk to me about disappointment till you've lived long enough to experience it firsthand.
Wah wah.
I'm sorry, Nancy. I know you meant well. Anyway, good news is it looks like weather conditions for the next 2 weeks are going to be ideal for tornado genesis. Which means we could be in for a record-breaking string of tornadoes. You may be putting that enthusiasm to good use.
I sure hope so.
I see what they're doing with Scott, right? Because it's like, he did it. That's so funny. It's sad because, like, his evil came out right there. Yeah, he really is, like, and we learn later in the game, too. Like, he's a big grumpy pants. But, like, you can see that he has a lot of passion for what he does. And you can see that, like, he is, like, lashing out on people because he's, like, a sad man. You know, I've actually never played Stay Tuned for Danger. I've only watched playthroughs because I've never had the actual game. Replayed it a couple of years ago when you got the disc to work. Yeah, I feel like that game would be a lot scarier when you're younger. I could be wrong on that, though. You typoed MSM, not... Oh! Maybe that's why I didn't get it. I was like, MSM? What? Chewy, seriously? I don't have a disk drive, but I could probably get one.
Nancy, hi! You've met Scott, the project leader. I'm Debbie, the project manager.
Where they imposed real people into the renders and photos. That's hilarious to me. I actually love it when they do that in those whole games. They're so funny. Dewey, that would be amazing. I would love that. I would play it on stream if I could get it to work.
Do you know why Scott is in such a bad mood?
I've worked with him for the past 5 years, and believe it or not, that's his normal mood. When he's in a bad mood, yikes.
Sheesh.
Sounds like you've been having a lot of equipment problems.
Let's just say that Scott is extremely good at misdirecting blame.
You think the problems are really Scott's fault?
But hey, I could be wrong. Which, by the way, is something you'll never hear him say. Anyway, first thing every morning, I'll brief you on what has to be done that day. As for the rest of today, those 2 jobs Scott gave you, get them done. Pretty much everything he says in there, I can hear out here. He's not exactly a low talker. The chart with all the siren stuff is in the living room, and that computer quiz you took will tell you what needs to go into the kit. If any items are missing, you can go to Ma and Pa's general store up the road and buy them. Just purchase wisely, our budget is very limited. And if you haven't introduced yourself to Pa or finished the filing, please do so. And once you're done with all that, you can head out to the cornfield and fix the sprinkler system.
Fix the
Yay, chores.
sprinkler system?
See, this farmhouse and the acreage it sits on were donated to Canute as a research facility. The chase team gets it during tornado season. The agricultural team's here the rest of the year, so we've agreed to maintain whatever projects they've got going in their absence. Right now, they're in the middle of collaborating on something with this big mucky muck research center in Hawaii. Which is just another way of saying, fix those sprinklers ASAP.
Alright. And so it goes with being undercover. We have to do a bunch of chores. I don't mind doing the chores, though. Especially when they actually lead to finding other clues. I feel like that's something that this game does well compared to, like, Shadow Ranch. Everybody, I feel like, complains about that game because of the chores. But it's really just kind of monotonous in that game. I enjoy it, but I can understand why it's monotonous, because you have to do it 3 days in a row. Whereas this game, all of the stuff you do has, like, a purpose in moving the plot forward. So, in that game, it felt much more edutainment style, where it's like, I'm including these chores in the game to teach you these things. I'm teaching you about doing these things on a farm, in the ranch, blah, blah, blah. Have I played? I have not played Shadow at the Water's Edge on stream. I've only played a couple of Nance games on stream. I've played all of them in my life except for Midnight in Salem, but I haven't played all of them on stream. I'm hoping to get through all of the games. I was actually thinking about playing Shadow at the Water's Edge after this one, since I think that's the one that comes after this one. It works on Windows 10 with a little tech tweaking. Ooh. Hate Shorty getting mad at me because he doesn't really yell. It just feels really disappointed. How is that worse? How is disappointment worse than getting yelled at?
I found this box out front when I arrived. Thought maybe I better turn it in.
Wow. There must be a couple $100 in here. Job. Thanks. Payment enclosed.
You don't know whose it is?
No idea. I heard you tell Scott about seeing that tornado, so my guess is the Twister carried it in from somewhere else. Maybe even somewhere miles from here.
I'd feel better if you kept it.
Sure. When I get a chance, I'll call the sheriff and report it.
You have so much to say about that game? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Now that I'm an older and wiser person, I definitely see a lot of the problematic stuff about the game, but it definitely is one of my favorites. I do quite enjoy it.
What goes in the disaster kit again?
You don't remember?
No, sorry.
To tell you the truth, I have to look up a lot of things myself some days. Check the computer, that should help you out.
Why is there a file in the cabinet labeled Grange Theater?
Theater's kind of a passion with me. So when I got here at the beginning of tornado season, I found out the Grange needed a stage manager for the play it's putting on, and volunteered for the job. And soon became the sound and lighting director as well, which means when I'm not here or out in the field, I'm there.
It sounds like you keep pretty busy.
You don't even know the half of it. We're approaching final dress for the Grange's big play of the year. Everyone from around here shows up. You should ask Pa about it. He's got much more of a passion for the stage than you'd expect from a man in overalls.
That's it for now.
Okay. Oh, and thanks for driving that car up here for us. That was a big help. See ya.
All right. Did she mention fixing the sprinkler? Yeah. Oh, this puzzle. I feel like if he's gonna be mad, he should show that he's mad instead of he just kind of looks at you like you did the wrong thing. You brought shame to this vegetable farm. I know. Instead of like teaching you, he's so disappointed. He's like a bad father. Oh god, this puzzle. Okay, I sort of remember how to do this puzzle. There's like a way you do it. And then... oh god, it's like... is that it? No? How many do I need? 6? So they can't be in the same column, row, or diagonal. Is that really not it? Oh, these two. Okay, these are in a diagonal, so I have to change that. I feel like it's that. Is that it? Hi, Holly. I love you. Thank you for the biddies. Cannot be in the same row, column, or diagonal. Holly, oh my goodness, thank you for contributing your honeybees to our challenge run challenge. Thank you so much. I'm really excited to do that stream. That's gonna be really fun. Why is this puzzle so hard for me? I need to know where to put the first one, I think. And then it'll open automatically. Because you have to, like, step them out of order. This one was always really hard for me. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Okay, so 6 by 6. Does anybody know where I should put the first one? I think that should help me do it. Also love that I'm hearing the bird call noises from... What was the dog one? You just fiddle with it? Yeah, Coco, that's usually what I end up doing. I know that there's a strategy to it, where you like start one way and then go like up 2 over 1, or like up 2 over 3. No, that can't be it, because then it would be in the same diagonal. But if you go up 2 over 1, then it's not in the same row, column, or diagonal. Right? I always struggle with this so much! I think maybe I just need to not start in the corner. Like that. So that way... And then... Oh man. Yeah. Because there'll have to be one in each of these rows and columns. Which makes me think that I should start in the corner. I wonder if I can get a hint on this from somebody. Another thing I love about this game, the phone calls. I find the phone calls in this game very fun and charming. Let's call Frank and Joe.
Nancy! Is that Nancy? You don't need to give me that look. It's a legitimate question. Maybe someone called and asked you to name your favorite detective. Oh, like it hasn't happened before. Hey, look. I bet you there is something good on the other side of those cobwebs.
Is this a bad time?
No, it's a fine time. We're just caught up in what we always seem to get caught up in anytime I want to go somewhere in a hurry. You can't blame me for this one. All I said was there's definitely something fishy about this place. But I say that at least 4 times a day.
Vacation's not going so great, I take it.
Not so great by half. Oh, it's fine. He's just mad we had to leave Paris without visiting the... What's that thing called? The big, boring, stolen stone thing? What? Luxor Obelisk. Yeah, that thing.
Why'd you have to leave so quickly?
Same old... Hey, look, a hidden door. Why don't you go check it out, Joe? Sometimes, if you give him something to do. Definitely a secret door. Textbook example. Okay, go check it out. What was I saying? You know what? No use in backtracking. I've got maybe 10 seconds before he butts in again to announce that he's found some secret lever or something. You're not going to believe what's in here.
So what exactly did come?
1 second we're in Paris, and you know the drill. Museum leads to clues, clues lead to the Romanov fortune. I'm leaving a few steps out, but I call it the mystery of the train trip. Would you please not do that? It's embarrassing. But enough about us. What's going on with you?
You know PG Kromeister, the founder of the company that makes pretty much everything?
I didn't know he was actually real. I thought he was more like actual astronaut, the Moonchunk spokesman, or that cartoon pterodactyl that sells used cars. Wow, he must be 100 years old.
Hard to say. He's got more energy than anyone I've ever met. Anyway, he hired me because he thinks that someone is sabotaging some of his high-profile new storm detection equipment. He sent me out to Storm Country to invest.
Now, why would anyone want to sabotage storm measuring equipment?
Not the
I
Doo Doo
wish I
Butters
knew.
game.
If you ask me, well,
Hi,
I guess
Steve.
it's too soon to ask me.
Is there anything the two of us can help you with?
Well, when I first arrived, I found a mysterious unmarked box full of cash, but I still have no clue who it belongs to.
It's hard to say what that's about, but one thing's for sure. It's important.
Agreed. The fastest way to the bottom of any mystery is to follow the money.
It's a little hard to follow the money when it's just sitting in a box.
Well, then set it free or something. But you know what I mean.
I do. I just wish I had a little more to go on.
Don't worry, you'll get to the bottom of things. You always do.
All right. So here's something I'd love to hear your opinions about, right? So something I've seen with games like this, when I see people play the game for the first time, they tend to get really upset when, not everybody, but multiple people that I've watched play this game for the first time will get upset at these kinds of phone calls where it like goes on and like nothing, you're not really allowed to do anything or say anything. For me, I actually really like that. I think it adds a lot of like personality and it makes it feel like there's actually things happening in the world that Nancy's in. I don't know, what do you guys think about this kind of thing? Like, I mean, they just talked for like several minutes and I just kind of stood here in front of my fan listening. But like, I also, I like it because it gives Joe, Frank and Joe personality. It makes it seem like they're actually like people. And I like that like we have friends that are also detectives that we can lean on. You don't want to hear my opinions on this game? Yeah, Steve, it's funny. Coco and I were just saying earlier that you either love or you hate this game. Sometimes they're annoying, but you agree. I can see how they are annoying sometimes though, because I feel like this game does it really well in my opinion. I feel like there are some of the other games where the characters are just talking about things that like don't matter. The pointless conversations and pointless reading in games. Sometimes I feel like that's sarcasm again, Pansy. Pointless reading, you will never catch me doing. If it's pointless though, then I don't like it. But this, I feel like, is doing something with the story where we're in the characters, where it's establishing, instead of just like Nancy calling them and being like, "Hey guys," and they go like, "Hey Nancy, what's up?" And then she says, "I need a hint." Like it actually like establishes like where they are. It's not okay. You read books and Elder Scrolls for fun? All right, listen, I can't. There's no accounting for tone on the internet, so I always need to clarify. That's so funny. Do you have a favorite Elder Scrolls book? I was always too impatient. I never read any of the books. I think my favorite book in Skyrim is the one that's the blind guy's journal that's completely empty when you open it. When it builds characters in the world, it feels good. Yes, exactly. I feel like they do it well in some games, and they do it really poorly in others. Alright.
Would either of you happen to know much about storm chasing?
Unfortunately, not much more than the next guy on the street. But to me, it sounds a little crazy. Why would you want to chase anything that's 100,000 times bigger than you and full of electricity?
Don't forget, this is some dangerous stuff.
I won't.
I also want to point out that I do feel like some of these phone calls it establishes some information that you might not know if you were a young person, right? So like, I think it's important for people to remember that these games are meant for people of pretty much all ages. Sorry, my dog is barking because I think my roommates just got home. And honestly, you might not know some of these things. Like, to me as an adult, some of these things that they talk about are so, like, obvious. Right? But then I think back to when I was playing these as a young person. Like, I think I played my first Nancy Drew game when I was in middle school. And I learned so many things. I learned words. I learned concepts. Like, I learned spelling from these games. Like, I was never very good in school, and I feel like video games was a really good way for me to learn things. Right, they're edutainment. They're supposed to be educational. And I do feel like in the same way that they do, like, puzzles, some of them are good and some of them aren't, right? So, like, the ways that they have Nancy be like, instead of just outwardly saying, I don't know what a storm is, can you tell me what a storm is? She says, you know, what she said just now, like, talks about storm chasing, and then the two of them reply, you know, that's, like, wild and scary and dangerous and blah, blah, blah. Does that make sense? Like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people forget about these games. It's like, yeah, they're supposed to be fun and puzzly, but Lusty Argonian main. Classic. The haughty Imperial City man that reviewed each city and criticized them? Okay, that sounds amazing. Oh, that's right! I need to put it in the Discord, but I was talking, I think, to you, Pansy, about... It was somebody on stream. About playing Oblivion on stream.
I'm trying to fix a sprinkler system.
Bilbo.
Can you help?
Sure. Joe and I were working on ours not too long ago. What you want to do is make sure not to turn on the valves on the outside corners. That can cause real problems. If you keep that in mind, you should do fine.
Thanks.
That's what we're here for.
Let's freaking go. That's exactly what I needed to know. Okay, so we're not doing any of the corners. See, that's literally exactly what I needed. I did put it in the game request channel? Perfect, thank you. Buddy, hold on, I'm gonna let my dog out. Sorry. Punk? Just boofing at the door? Okay. Yeah, I think maybe after we do... Oh, it's hard because there's so many games I want to play. I don't know when we're gonna play it, but we are gonna play it someday. Okay. So if we're not doing any of the corners, how about I start here and do that, maybe? Or I could do this. Oh, that might be it, actually. Hold on. Let's see. Let's go! Yes! Okay, that's exactly the hint that I needed. Oh, that felt so satisfying to do. Okay. Yes, Pansy. I have so many games I want to play.
Give me a hand over here, would you?
Sure.
Save me a lot of time if you kindly fix the LED display on the dash while I fix the wiring out here.
But I've never fixed an LED display before.
Just get inside and I'll tell you what's what.
Okay.
I know, Pansy. It's really hard. Because I'm also not the kind of person that, like, binges a game in, like, a night. Or even, like, a day. I think the one time I really binged a video game in terms of, like, playing it for hours on end without doing anything else was when I was really sick for, like, a week. I played Slime Rancher. And I played that for, like, 7 hours every day while I was sick because I literally couldn't do anything else.
What y'all looking at is the fuse board.
I'm too impatient to do that nowadays.
These are all there and they're all good, but the display won't work till you rearrange them.
And also I have a
See
life.
how they numbered from 1 to 8?
Yeah?
What you gotta do is rearrange them so no consecutively numbered fuses are touching in any direction.
Including diagonals?
Yep. fuse number 1 can't be touching fuse number 2, which can't be touching 3, which can't be touching 4, and so on. Got that?
I think so.
Good. You know you're done when the screen lights up. With any luck, I'll be done out here about the same time.
It's hard too, Pansy, because, like, also I didn't mean any offense by saying I have a life. It's just that I have a lot of obligations that I need to take care of, and it makes it hard to fit in game time. Other than that, I really don't have a life. I play D&D. It's so hard to have so many fun games to play. It's so oppressive. Listen. I know you're right. Oh, God. No, you're so right, though. Oh, God. Think about games often but rarely actually play nowadays. You still have to finish The Witcher 3. Yeah, it's it's definitely hard. That's how I am with, like, shows and movies. It's like, oh, I have all these, like, shows and movies that people say that I should play or watch, rather, and I just never do it. Yeah, I would say I'm the same way. I love the hobby, but I get really busy and mind cluttered. Actually, speaking of, I actually had a lot of plans today, and I ended up canceling most of them because I, like, woke up and I was feeling, like, really overwhelmed, like, just really mind cluttered is a good word for it. Like, was feeling like, I don't know, like, I couldn't do anything, and even the things that I wanted to do, I couldn't do because I had obligations, or I had, not obligations, but I had plans, and it made me not want to do the plans. I also have ADHD. I don't know if I've mentioned that. I think maybe it's one of my tags. Yeah, the ADHD is strong with this chat. I was telling my partner this morning, because I was talking to her about, like, feeling, like, really overwhelmed. Maybe if you do, like, 8 and 1 up there, and then, like, 2... No, that's not gonna work. I was telling her that, like, I feel like it's partially an executive dysfunction thing, but also, like, with people with ADHD, we get, like, hyperfixations and we get, like, bored easily. So then, if I have things that I actually want to do, like I have the dopamine, I have the, like, desire to do something, but then if I have plans and I can't do those things, whether it's, like, an obligation or it's not, it makes me feel more disappointed when I can't do the thing that I actually feel like doing in that moment. And then that makes me feel overwhelmed. It's 1 and 8. Is that gonna work? I feel like 1 and 8 either have to be in the middle or they have to be on the ends, and I'm not sure which one it is. So if 1 is here, then 2 has to be not touching it. 3 has to not touch 2. 4 has to not touch 3 or 5. No, that can't be it. Right? I feel like it has to be something like this. No, that doesn't work because 3... So I do feel like it has to be 1 and 8 in the middle, and then... No, it has to be... So if 8 is here, 7 has to be here, because if 7 is in any of these other positions, then it's touching 8. So then 2 needs to be there. So it has to be like that, right? I call it do it now. Doing this is hard, man. So 1 can't touch 2, 2 cannot touch 1 or 3. So it's almost like all the odds have to be on one side. No, that can't be it. I know there's a trick to this puzzle, and it has to do with the 1 and the 8. Promise with getting overwhelmed into an action, but strengthening my just do it button is where I know I'm scared and avoiding it. I like that. I think that's a really powerful tool to have as somebody with neurodivergence. Honestly, I used to be a lot better at that in college, and I think the reason for that is I relied a lot more on myself in college. Whereas nowadays I'm putting a lot more of my that's not the right word. That's not the right phrase I'm trying to use. I'm leaning on my friends. No, you're fine, Steve. You didn't. It's Automod. Automod didn't like the fact that you said the F word, which is fine. Like, I don't care. So, I wish it would stop. Had plans to play a lot of new games this summer. Only one you ended up playing was the original Resident Evil 4. Had a blast with it, but my body was like, no, our sleep schedule is gonna get fucked. So you won't be playing any more games in stream. Oh no. Steve, that's so tough. I feel kind of stuck. Numbers are not my friends.
I'm gonna go and come back later.
It's up to you.
Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can get a hint on the numbers puzzle. Numbers are another thing that my brain does not like very much. Yeah, Steve, you're fine.
Hey, Nancy, what's going on?
I can't figure out how to correctly assemble a set of fuses for one of the cars here. Any advice, Joe?
Absolutely. Let me guess, probably have a lot of gadgets in the car, and you need extra support, probably using a Krollmeister Nile, right? Picture of a falcon on the side?
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's almost a little creepy that you know that.
It's the best on the market these days. Now, the cool thing about fuses is that they're made to be broken. Too much current or heat breaks the fuse, shutting things down to keep your stuff from catching on fire and all that. Pretty cool, right? But that can make fuses a little fussy sometimes. Now, this model has a special trick to it. None of the fuses can be next to a fuse marked with a consecutive number. That's all you need to know to get the job done right. It might sound tough, but trust me, you'll figure it out.
That's not a hint. I already knew that. None of the fuses can be next to a fuse marked with a consecutive number. I knew that. That was the instructions I got.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, Pansy, I actually did that for a while. I decided to eventually just take that off as a feature of my streams. I don't really remember why. I could potentially just add it back. But yeah, I know that can be hard watching back on a VOD and not being able to like see the context. VODs will have chat replay, but not YouTube. That's the problem, is YouTube wouldn't have them, so. I don't know, I considered it.
I'm ready to try again.
Best news I've heard all day.
Oh, I remember how to do this.
I don't, though. I don't. Ah, okay. One, 3, 5, 7. 7 and 8 can't be touching. Wow, this is frustrating. I am not good at number puzzles. Does anybody know where, like, one of the numbers goes? And then I could go from there? Because that would basically just tell me how to solve the puzzle. One, 2, 3, 4. Oh man.
I'd rather not do this right now.
That's disappointing, but what can I say?
I'll see if I can get a hint from somebody else. I just want a little nudge. Alright, well I can't do anything in the barn until I figure this out. So I think... Can I call anybody else, actually? I'll call Curlmeister. 2 at the top? You're a blessing, Tui. Thank you.
Come on, people, let's focus here! Oh, just a moment. This is why we can't have nice things in the workshop.
All right, go ahead, caller.
Hi, it's Nancy.
Do I know Nancy? Don't plug that into there!
It's Nancy Drew. It sounds like you're a little busy. Is this a good time?
Nope. Well, it was nice talking to you. Goodbye.
Okay, I guess I'll try back later.
Now that doesn't sound like the Nancy Drew I hired. I was told that you were one of those feisty, go-getting, moxie-having, mystery-solving machines. Not some polite, phone conversation-having mystery... not-solver.
Well, you sounded really busy.
That's because I am always really busy. Government just asked me to make them a Krollmeister particle decelerator. Guess my Krollmeister particle accelerator worked a little too well. But seriously, I have to finish this thing soon or we're all in a lot of trouble. Now tell me, what is going on out there in Tornado Alley?
Not exactly sure yet. I was hoping you could give me a little more information.
Shoot.
Do you have any idea who would want to sabotage your machines? And why?
That's why I brought you on board, ND. I need you to... Terrence! The arc welder is not a toy!
Not the arc welder.
I gotta run, ND. You get in there and scare me up some clues. Call me back whenever you need, and if things aren't too hectic at the lab, I'll help you out as best I can.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Call me as soon as you learn anything new.
Alright. Let's do this. I don't know why.
I'm ready to try again.
Best news I've heard all day.
But I've always... Oh, sorry.
Oh, I remember how to do this.
I've always really struggled with, maybe it's like that. No. I've always really struggled with anything involving numbers. I think it's my brain. Something about my ADHD. Okay, so 2 can't be touching 4, and it also cannot be touching 1. 7. That makes me think that like 7 should go there. 2 and 7. 1 and 6. No, that wouldn't work. Two. So can't touch 1 or 3. 4. Let's go.
I did it! The screen says it's initializing.
And I'm done out here.
We
How's
got
that
it
for
in the
timing?
end.
You're Nancy, the new gopher, ain't you? Well, I'm Chase. I ain't gonna shake your hand because my hand's kind of a mess. Again, I appreciate the help.
What do you do on the team?
Right now, I'm fixing the car the fella you were replacing was driving when he busted his leg. It's pretty much my job, fixing stuff.
From what I hear, you must be a busy guy.
Yeah, the team's had its share of technical difficulties, that's for sure.
Same, Pansy. The one that I always have to look up is Sudoku in Shadow at the Water's Edge because I am bad at Sudoku, honestly. And then they hit you with that giant, massive Sudoku puzzle and the nonogram puzzle. I'm so bad at both of those types of puzzles, but I love that game still.
Any idea why that is?
Stuff breaks. If your luck's bad, it breaks a lot. Being such a negative person, though, Scott's like a bad luck magnet. With him in charge, I'd be most surprised if stuff wouldn't breaking down all the time. Not that it bothers me. I like fixing stuff, and I like keeping busy, so this here's the perfect job for me. Plus, I'm learning a whole lot about twisters. You live in these parts, the more you know about them, the better.
Is that why they call you Chase? Because you chase tornadoes?
Nancy, please.
Do they call you Nancy because you Nancy too many questions? Sorry, that was supposed to be funny. A lot of people think that, but the truth is, it's my name. Has been since before the day I was born.
Alright. Bad puns galore. You like Sudoku? I like Sudoku conceptually, but I think because I'm bad at it and I have such a hard time with it, it makes me frustrated and that makes me hate it. My brother is like the exact opposite in that regard. He's really good at Sudoku and he was always really good at math. I was never good at math.
How do you like working with Scott?
Other than the fact that he can be ornier than a never-ridden bull in a bucking chute and can holler longer and louder than all the football coaches in Oklahoma put together, I like him fine. Got this sixth sense when it comes to twisters. Never seen nothing like it. Kinda spooky sometimes.
Think he'll win the Green Skies competition?
Not a chance. He's got this real negative way about him. Nothing good's ever gonna come his way. Sad but true.
Oh, so sad. Such a random quote, but I love using it to you. They call you Nancy because you Nancy too many questions. I love it.
Will it bother you if his team doesn't win?
Heck yeah, I'd like to win. It's gonna bother me a lot. But as long as you got Scott for a leader, ain't no way.
The guy I'm replacing, what was the matter with his car?
A bunch of stuff. Reason he broke down in the middle of that storm and slipped in all that hell was 'cause his car had run out of antifreeze. Should I say coolant. And that's 'cause mice chewed holes in his hose and made it leak.
Have mice done anything like that before?
Well, I don't know about here, but I saw a mouse chew clean through a 2x4 in less than an hour once. Of course, that was probably 'cause my neighbor's dog was one piece of chicken wire away from having it for lunch. But I don't know what them mice found so appealing about that hose, but they sure went to town. It's over there on the workbench. Take a gander at it if you want.
I've bugged you long enough.
Nice meeting you, Nancy. Just do right by Scott and you'll do fine.
I like Chase. I think he's a nice character. He's got a sweet personality. Modern day land rush. Canute College Ledger. Last year, 3 men sneaked onto Canute's main campus under the cover of darkness and slipped a tow rope around Harrison J. Bison, Canute's beloved mascot. Seconds later, the 100-year-old statue was torn from his foundation. Alright, so Canute is not doing well, is what I'm seeing there.
You seem awfully interested in those pennies. Hey now, that's not yours.
Come on, Nancy, just swipe one.
Back away from the penny jar.
Okay, I'm just kidding. No, don't steal.
This place could really use a cat.
I hate the wiring circuit puzzle, so I'm not going to do it. Alright, let's go... Oops. I'm going to take the truck. Let's go to pause. Come on, pause. Excuse me.
Howdy. Come on over here and be friendly. That's more like it. Welcome to Mom and Pa's.
Oh, Pa. Pa has the scariest voice of all of these characters.
I take it you're Pa?
That's me. That's what everybody in 100 miles knows me as, Pa. But I tell you something most of them don't know.
That it's not your real name?
Well, ain't you, Miss Smarty Boots? Little Miss Gal from up north who's helping out tornado chasers from the
How'd you know that?
Not bad for an old codger, huh? Well, I know all sorts of stuff about you. I even know your cell phone number, Miss Nancy Drew. Let's see, it's 523-555-4399. How'd you like them apples?
Someone on the Canute team told you I was coming, didn't they?
Yeah, that they did. Debbie, she told me to keep an eye out for you and gave me your number. See, if something bad happens while you're all out there chasing twisters, it's important to have a way to get help. Staying connected in an emergency is just about the best way to stay safe. I'm kind of your emergency action central. Keep your numbers right here by the phone. Debbie fill you in the way things work around here yet?
Not really, no.
You Canute folk got a lot of credit here, so instead of paying cash for food and equipment and such, you can charge it. You want to buy something that's not on Debbie's list, like something from the snack section, you got to pay for it using Pa pennies.
Using what?
Pa pennies. Like this here. A little something I invented to make coming in here a little more interesting for tourists. In fact, go ahead and take it. You could use it or keep it as a souvenir.
Hey, great. Thanks.
Just a Ma and Pa way of saying nice to meet you.
Alright. I love Pa. Pa's a great character. Pa does scare me a bit. It's Bernie Sanders' head, and his voice sounds like he has inhaled helium, but he's a good guy.
Debbie tells me you're pretty involved in the local theater.
Now that's a true fact if there ever was one. Nothing quite like being backstage when the lights go down. Come to think of it, it's just like that moment right before the storm hits. When the world goes dark and quiet. And all you can do is cross your fingers and hope for the best.
So what's this play about?
About this place, of course. From covered wagon times up to today. All about the men and women that made this town what it is today. I'm playing Percy Rutherford Hardcastle, town sheriff and the area's first librarian. Back in those days, wasn't no small thing to return a book late.
That sounds interesting.
Gonna be. If you're not out chasing twisters opening night, you should come. We're pretty near sold out, but I'll try to save your ticket.
So do you ever chase tornadoes?
Silliest thing I've heard tell of. Around here, you're lucky if a tornado don't come chasing after you. People who do that are just asking for it.
Even if they're doing it so someday they'll be able to predict where and when a tornado's going to hit?
If somebody find a way to do that, know what they do next? Charge admission. Because there's nothing else you can do. You warn everybody it's coming, then you just watch. You watch this
He did it!
rampaging monster go tearing across the land, wrecking everything it touches, till all of a sudden, it ain't there no more. You can't go after it, you can't make it put everything back, you can't even get even with it, because it's just gone. All you can do is stand there thinking, now that ain't fair. That just ain't fair.
Sounds like you're talking from personal experience.
That I am. That I am. What else you need?
Aw, poor Pa. So obviously we know his wife died because of a tornado.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
I was just gonna say the same thing. Y'all take care now.
Alright. So this game's fun. It does have an exploit though. I am gonna go ahead and try to beat the first couple of levels. Oh jeez. Oh no. It's over. It's all over. Yeah, that's a no for me, dog. So the idea is that... Come on. You have to choose a spot of land, and then each turn you can move forward in the same color that you choose that's touching your current land. So, for example, I'm going to choose this, and then I'm going to go for all the grays. Actually, I'm going to go for all the reds. And then I'm going to go for gray, and then orange, purple, orange again. So now I've blocked him off. He can't get over here. I'll do this. So now I've totally won. So I just have the most land.
Yes, I win.
So I got pop pennies for that. And now I'm on to level 2. Oh god, level 2 is scary. Level 2 is so much scarier. Okay. I guess I'll do this. That might not have been the play. There we go. So I'm just going to try to cut him off at the top, and now I have all this that I can get to, and he has to finish where he is before he can move on to a new area. Yeah, easy. Easy money.
Yes, I win.
Um... Yes! I win!
Score! Nancy Drew wins again.
Alright. So, now that I'm at level 4? Is that it? Yeah. Level 4. So the exploit that you can use for this game to just make a bunch of paw pennies really quick. So instead of having to do the entire game all the way through, what you do is you start, you click, and then back away super quickly, and you get money as if you had won. So I'm just going to do this a couple times just so I can have some paw pennies. Because they are nice to have. You can buy stuff with them. I think it's just candy, but yeah.
That's too much money.
I'll buy some Licky Loos from Wickford Castle. Thousands of flavors, 10 in each box. I think Calomel is my favorite because the character's really cute.
That's too much money.
Okay. So those are nice to have.
What can I do for you, little lady?
Oh yeah, I can give him candy.
Want some candy?
You offering me some of my own candy there now? That's real nice and all, but between you and me, I can't stand the new stuff on the market these days. Too sweet. Give me clove bark snappers any day. Or Dr. Belleton's reconstituted rhubarb cordials. Now those what candy's worth saving your pennies for.
Have a good day.
See you soon.
Okay, to be fair, I was gonna say, oh, that's such an old man thing to say, but I'm actually kind of like that. Candy is like really, really sweet for me nowadays. Okay, so now I have to get enough stuff to make the disaster kit. sort of remember what we need. That's expensive. Is that everything? Yeah, I think that's everything, actually. Hold on. I got bleach. Yeah, I think that's everything, actually. That was fast. Hold on.
I think I've got everything I need. Can I pay for these supplies now?
Oh, nice.
I suppose so.
Easy.
Thanks.
Sure thing.
Alright, so that'll be for the disaster kit. Oh, excuse me. Pardon me.
Again? All right, Mouse. This house isn't big enough for the both of us. That ought to do it.
Wow, Scott's got you doing a lot of work lately. I don't think we've met. You do? Hi, I'm
Oh, hi.
Frosty. As you can probably tell from all this equipment, I'm the media guy. Still pictures, audio, video, digital, analog. I do it all. Do it
Analog.
pretty darn well, too.
Is there a story behind the name Frosty?
Sure is. A couple of years ago, before I met Scott or any other tornado chasers for that matter.
Okay, so you know how I was saying earlier that sometimes characters will say things, they'll go on a ramble and it's like, oh, that adds to the character, that adds to the story. This is one of them that I don't like because it's unskippable. He goes on for like way too long. But I do think it does a good job of establishing that he's kind of has like narcissistic tendencies. But I do get very tired of hearing this this story every time I play this game.
I was out taking pictures of this ginormous thunderstorm that was brewing outside Norman. I'd drive for a while, jump out, snap some pictures, roll some video, jump back in, drive some more. Just looking for good pictures, you know? I wasn't really paying attention to what the storm was doing until all of a sudden it got really, really dark. And then it just started pouring. And I mean, rain was coming down like my car had stopped under Niagara Falls, and the wind was blowing and the car was swaying, and then it started to hail. First just dime-sized stuff, then quarter-sized, then golf ball-sized, then all of a sudden, the windshield shatters and a hailstone the size of a fist lands in my lap. Then another, then another. Turns out I'd punched the core of an incredibly powerful HP supercell.
You'd punched the what of the who?
He did it!
HP means high precipitation, lots of rain, and a supercell is a cloud formation capable of producing severe thunderstorms. The core is the worst part of a supercell, where violent updrafts can produce huge hailstones, to say nothing of tornadoes.
Did you see one?
That time? No. But I did roll down my window and start shooting, and I came away with photos and footage of hail that no one's been able to top yet. Overnight, I went from being Tobias Harlow, run-of-the-mill photographer, to Frosty Harlow, fearless documenter of extreme weather phenomena.
Phenomena. Alright.
What happened to your arm?
What, these scratches? Just a few minor war wounds. See, I was climbing the fence next to the old Fraser Creek windmill so I could get a clear shot of some mammatus clouds. And what happens? I dropped my camera bag right into a patch of brambles. Thorns just about took my arm off when I went to grab it.
Okay.
How long have you worked for Scott?
I joined the team last year after their photographer quit halfway through. This is my first full season. I'm the best thing that's ever happened to this team, I might add. I'm good.
You're something.
Can I interest you in some candy?
Of course. Awesome, thanks.
Thanks for all the advice.
Pop in anytime.
Phenomena. I do like him. He's a good character. Okay. Nonsense. Nonsense to moi. Hello? Here we go.
What's up?
Would you like a little candy?
Of course. Thanks, Nancy.
I like that you can give the characters candy. It's very fun.
Would you happen to know who threw out the sales receipt for dried corn that's in the wastebasket over there?
Dried corn? Why would anyone around here buy dried corn?
To make the little piles of dried corn I keep finding around here. They look a lot more man-made than mouse-made.
Are you suggesting someone has been deliberately feeding the mice?
I think someone's been trying to lure them inside.
Everyone on this team has his quirks, that is for sure. But deliberately causing a mouse infestation? Nobody's that mental.
I better get to work.
Have fun!
Alright. Now, I do think that's all we can do today, so I'm gonna see if I can go to sleep. Yeah.
Good morning, Deb.
Nancy, good morning! Got a few things for you today. That storm really shook up those sensors out in the cornfield. Could you put them back in line? After that, you should go spend some time in the field with Frosty. He really wants to show you some of the basics of storm photography. Any chance to show off?
Yeah, giving the moon chunks is hilarious. Especially because, like, I don't necessarily try to give them moon chunks, but it is very funny how they react.
Would you like a little candy?
Of course. Thanks, Nancy.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
Alright. Let's go talk to some people.
Hello, Nancy.
What did you mean when you said before that the school would sell the farm if you lose?
Just what I said. Right now, Canute College offsets the costs of maintaining this place with funds from private companies like the Healy Healy. But apparently that money's about to dry up, so if we don't win this competition, there goes the farm.
I have got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
Sure. Nope, I don't do chocolate.
Oh, I forgot he doesn't take chocolate. That's fine.
Do you remember that interview you gave after Ma died?
Nope. Why do you ask?
I read it, and it seems like a lot has changed for you over the last few years.
What's that supposed to mean?
You sounded much more excited about your work.
Yeah, well, that's the reality of life, Nancy. You don't honestly think life gets more exciting as you age, do you? Because it doesn't. Dreams fade, hearts get broken, friends get too lost in their own lives to call. Trust me, enjoy your youth while you have it, kid, because the downhill ride, it ain't fun.
That's not true.
Now I see why Debbie speaks so highly of you. Optimists of a feather. Tell you what, I'll admit that you just may be right. I hope you're right. I just don't think you are. Let's switch topics, all right? This has been a long enough trip down memory lane for the day.
I do feel for him, right? Like, he's a jerk. He's grumpy and kind of annoying, but he's obviously struggling a lot.
I'll quit bugging you now.
Don't hurry back.
Don't forget me.
Alright. Frosty wants to show us how to do some storm photography.
Okay, let's start taking pictures.
All right, where's the best place to go?
We've got a lot of different formations to spot, so if you head on out to the Fraser Creek windmill, that'd be perfect right now.
I don't fully remember where the windmill is. I thought it would show up on the map. I was close. There we go.
This will help you identify the shots you need to take. When we get some good
Perfect.
photos, we'll move on.
So this is a
I'm
side
getting
mission.
some great shots here. What about you?
I'll be sure to download the photos into the gallery when we get back to the farmhouse.
So this is a side mission. You don't have to do this. I think you get an award at the end of the game if you do. And you do have to be kind of careful because I think some of these cloud formations only show up at certain points in the game. So you really have to be like on it if you want to get this achievement. But I think it's cute. It's a nice little side mish. Ah!
No, I didn't always want to be a storm photographer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I used to want to be a doctor.
What changed your mind?
Studying. It's hard to stay focused on some boring little book when there's so much going on outside.
That's fair. There are like random places you can go.
You got the chasing bug.
The chasing bug?
The chasing bug. Happens to a lot of people. Once you see a few good storms, it gets in your blood or something. Suddenly, sunny days stop being nice, start being boring.
Sure. Excuse me, pardon me. There we go. And then also some of these formations...
That's the idea, keep trying.
Some of the formations that you take pictures of don't actually count. But I can't remember which ones. Also, they get marked off of your list once you actually upload them, so we can try to do that as well. Casual car crash, no biggie. I love storm clouds. I think they're so gorgeous. It's just a shame that they make my body feel like garbage. Yeah, I love that I can casually run into things and people and have it be no big deal. Pardon me?
You ever heard of nacreous clouds?
What clouds?
Nacreous clouds.
They're the Bigfoot of clouds. Extremely rare. People used to think they didn't exist. No one has gotten a good picture of them. They're only near the North and South Poles. But they have this special way of catching the light, and from what I hear, it's amazing. Turns the whole sky red or green or yellow. I get enough money together, that's what I'm going after.
That sounds kind of amazing.
That's a good one.
I think you can also, if you just back away and then go back in, it'll change. Yeah.
That's a good one.
Alright, let's head back to the ranch, or the farm.
So, have you been on the
Wrong way.
business end of a Scott freakout yet?
I don't know.
Then you haven't. First time I saw one, Debbie took me out for an ice cream sundae. I don't even like
Aww.
ice cream, but after getting yelled at like that, I needed something with sprinkles and a cherry on it.
Oof. Scott does not sound very fun. Excuse me, excuse me. I'm lost. Oh god. Excuse me. Pardon me. There we go. There we go. So then, once we do that, we plug in our phone and go into here, and we can upload some of the photos that we took. And then I think once we do that, so we can scroll through them. Once we do that, and we check this, yeah, so these will be marked off. So that's cool. So now we have 1, 2, 4 left. Alright, so this was the other thing. Oh god, I'm so bad at this puzzle. Okay. So, this is a siren thingy. This is the biggest one, I think. So that should probably go in the middle, I think, right? And then maybe there? Oh, Lord. Oh, jeez. Okay, so that has to be yellow, and that has to be green right there. So I feel like purple and blue right here works. Maybe another blue. Maybe like that? That seems good. I wonder if that little spot's gonna make a difference. Yeah, I don't know about this one, boys. No, that's not it. This one is a lot of trial and error as well, I think. This is the biggest one, which makes me think it should go in the area that has the most around it, so like right here. Because this would, I guess that one would also work, but... A white could work there, and then maybe a red. White and a red. And then maybe a blue. Green there or here. Maybe a green there and then purple there. Maybe? There's a lot of reds. So red can't go there because it doesn't fill up those edges. That makes me think maybe red's here. And a red there. And then maybe like a blue here and a yellow here. No, because there's edges right there, I think. Oh, we're so close. Okay. Oh, we're so close. That could work? Keeps leaving me with kind of a big area.
All right.
Let's
that's
go.
How it should look.
Okay. Yeah, this I don't blame you, Steve. This one was always a rough one for me. Yes. Okay. I feel like I've seen people do it enough.
What's up?
Ooh.
I had got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
You know what? I really would. Thanks, Nancy. Chocolate? Thanks, Nancy.
You're welcome.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun.
All right. I'm gonna call Krollmeister again because I really like listening to him. I don't like any of the puzzles in this
Krollmeister
one.
Industries, make it quick.
That's hilarious, Steve. That's fair though. That's very fair. They're fine. Holly, thanks for the biddies.
I was wondering, why are you so concerned about tornadoes? You must have a lot of other things to worry about.
Truth is, I never have been one to worry, but darned if these storms don't have my socks twisted in a bunch something serious. See, Andy, most things in the world can be tamed, or at least tricked into behaving the way you want. Not weather. Ever since a tornado tore through my home, I've been obsessed with figuring out what makes those twisters tick. Pretty sure I built the machinery to do the job. That's why I need you to make sure nothing too funny is going on. Once I know I've made sure that no one else is ever caught off guard by a storm again, then I can move on to the next project. Until then, I just can't.
Well, at the beginning of that conversation, we just hit 50% on our community challenge. Steve, thanks for contributing. Tui, thanks for contributing. I appreciate it. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. 50%! I think we have the rest of the month. We have about 28, well, the rest of the month and then some. We have about 28 days until that is going to, oh my gosh! And Coco, thank you for contributing. I really appreciate it. I'm very excited to do this challenge. In case you don't know, it's going to be a Fallout 4 surprise mods challenge run where I get one of my friends to install a bunch of random mods to my Fallout 4 game that I don't know anything about, and then I have to play the game and try to beat it while not knowing what any of the mods are. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a blast.
I didn't know you got hit by a twister. Was everyone okay?
Prudence Rutherford, she's the one who recommended I hire you, by the way, was over, and I'm afraid she took a pretty hard knock to the head when the storm came through so suddenly.
Oh, jeez.
Prudence Rutherford? Are you two friends?
That is none of your business. But if you really need to know... Can you keep it together for 2 seconds? What was I saying? Oh, yeah, none of your business.
Ah, so close. So I love the implication here. I think it's kind of implied that they might be a thing because Prudence has like a billion ex-husbands, and in some of the previous games she's actually been like on the rocks with her current husband. So funny. Are they, you know, roommates?
Why are you so concerned about these machines?
Now, there's no such thing as something that is just a machine. Every Krollmeister product is a work of art.
Tell me about it. I couldn't agree more.
You're not a yes man, are you, ND? Yes men are dangerous. They get you thinking you're the greatest thing on earth, and the next thing you know, you're making the dumbest decisions that ever could be made.
I'm not. I was being honest.
All right, then. What did you think of the Krollmeister salad cannon?
It was a little too powerful for the job.
Well, shoot. Add diplomacy to your list of skills, ND. And what else can I do for you?
Do you know why someone would want to lure mice into their house?
Is this one of those sound of one
Salad
tree
cannon.
clapping in the woods questions? Never was much good at those.
No, someone actually seems to be luring mice into the house.
Sounds like you've got a reverse Pied Piper situation.
What's that?
Who knows? Just made it up. I'd keep an eye out for something like that, though. And get a cat.
I'll let you get back to work.
Call back anytime.
Oh my gosh, really, Coco? That's amazing. Hold on, I'm just gonna adjust my chair here. What would even a salad, can I, do you still have the picture? Can I see it? I'm like, what would a salad cannon look like? Alright. Let's go ahead and talk to people.
Hey there.
Do you know a way I could earn some paw pennies?
Tell you what, over there on my workbench is a bunch of circuit boards for the weather balloons where I was putting up. Now, since I can't put the board to use till it's been wired up just right, how about for every board you wire up right, I pay you something in paw pennies? Of course, since wiring them wrong just makes more work for me, you make too many mistakes and I only pay you some of what you earned up till then, depending on how you did. What do you say?
Sounds great.
Like my dad always said, the best things in life are the things you earn. Anytime you want, just go on over there and start wiring up boards. There's some instructions over there that'll help get you going. Anything else on your mind?
Would you like a little candy?
Well, I just had a couple of candy bars, so just a small piece. Cheese? Gotta be honest here, Nancy, if this is a joke, I don't get it.
But who doesn't love cheese?
I had got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
Always! Awesome, thanks.
I'll check back with you later.
Alrighty then.
Alright, I'm gonna try this puzzle. I'm not good at it. I'm also not gonna read. 1, 2, 3, 2. Oh god, okay. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I know I could get these if I tried hard enough, but I don't care.
I think that's enough.
That's a shame. Gotta cut your earnings in half.
I would much rather cheat to get my paw pennies, thank you very much.
Yes?
I'll quit bugging you now.
Fine by me.
I don't know if you have the purge. Wait. Oh, I think I do have it set to purge. Wait, Coco, are you in Discord? Would you mind putting the link in the Discord? Or you can whisper it to me, but I'll check it out. Coco Kringle Cat.
I can't go to bed yet.
I can't go to bed yet.
Check. Haven't done that. Still have to do
Oh,
that.
I still have to fix the
can't hit
sensors in the
sack
cornfield.
just yet.
Okay, okay.
It looks like I need to connect the red beam to the red sensor and the blue beam to the blue sensor.
This is a good puzzle. I like this puzzle. Let's see. Thank you. I appreciate it, Coco.
That looks right.
There we go.
No, I am staying at Canute. As it is, he's already near the edge. We just have to give him a little push. No one is going to suspect a thing.
I don't know how I feel about this anymore. This is not what I agreed to. I mean, when I said I'd help you, I didn't mean...
Way too late to get cold feet here, Frosty. Scott needs to be taken care of. You know that, and I know that.
You're right. But we can't... No, you're right. It's time to get rid of him.
Hello, PK. Now's not a very good time to talk.
Not a good time, hardly. Indy, one of my assistants, just showed me footage taken by those storm chasers you're with, and they get way too close to the storm. You don't need to be getting that close to the storm. That's why I invented those machines.
Okay, I'll be sure to keep my distance.
Oh, good. Not that I was worried that you would. Not that I was worried at all, actually. I'm not the type to worry. Now, tell me what you've dug up on the team so far. Tell me about this Scott character.
He's a little hard to read. There seems to be some distance between him and the rest of the team.
I just talked to you, PG.
It might be because he wants it that way, but there could be something else. It's almost like no one fully trusts him.
Interesting. You'll make sure to keep a close eye on that one.
Of course, but...
But he's not your only suspect?
Right.
Well, good. Don't hold back. Tell me everything you know. What's up with the Shutterbug? Frosty, is it?
He and Debbie are plotting something, and whatever it is sounds a little sinister.
Plotting? How so?
Well, I overheard them talking. They were talking about how someone, I assume Scott, was close to the edge, and they were going to do something about it.
You stay close to the both of them. Report back to me when you're done.
Alright. Little punk interrupting my snooping. Now we sleep. Oh!
This is a broadcast of the
Hello?
emergency
Is someone
notification
there?
system. There have been multiple reports of a tornado touchdown in the area. All listeners are advised to seek shelter until further notice.
I better get down into the cellar until the storm passes. Shoot, the power must be out. I'm looking for candles. Can you help? Someone is out there, right? Hello? Who's there? Hello?
That is like 100% Scott.
Better look into that in the morning.
Right? Ooh.
Good morning.
What did you think of that storm last night? Pretty loud, huh?
Well, yeah. I think it would have been impossible to sleep through that.
You'd be surprised. Chase and Frosty, those two could sleep through a circus explosion. Before I forget, Scott wants to talk to you, so make sure you go in there as soon as you leave here, okay?
Sure thing.
Since it doesn't look like we'll be chasing any storms today, the prairie dogs that have taken up residence by the cornfield, I just got notice that the ag people are going to exterminate them.
What? But that's not fair. They're not hurting anyone.
You're right. Fortunately, there's time for you to move them to the other side of the barn, but you're gonna have to move quickly. I told Chase to come up with a way to move them so they don't get hurt. Hopefully he's figured it out by now, so after you talk to Scott, go talk to Chase.
Oh, Steve, yeah.
Got it.
Great, thank you so much. I do it myself, but I'm buried in work right now. You're a lifesaver. Literally.
So, first of all, I think it was mostly just for dramatic effect. But he's like leaning over this table, right? And he's hiding something under here. So I think the idea is that he is hiding these here for people to find, maybe? So that... I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure why we need to see this. Basically, it just shows that Debbie was offered a job. Oh yeah, I got it, Coco. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I don't know if that's supposed to stir up, like, disparity in the group. I'm not totally sure, but basically he's hiding all this stuff. And then we can go and talk to Debbie about it.
What's up?
What would you like to do now that you've finished your degree?
What do you want to do now that you've finished your degree?
Actually, I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of weighing my options.
So that kind of... I think it is supposed to put Debbie in, like, a suspicious light because she kind of is, like, hesitant to talk to Nancy about it, even though she has a bunch of job offers. And she's like, oh, I'm still weighing my options. Like, oh, what does that actually mean for her? Pansy, I'm not sure. I don't think Nancy can die to a tornado in this game. Actually, yes, she can at the very end. I'll have to show that when I get to the end of the game. But yes, she can die. I forgot. I always thought he was kneeling and having a weird reaction to the storm like a manic episode. Oh no!
That's it for now.
Have fun!
I mean, he does seem to be depressed in some manner, so he might have been having a manic episode.
Nancy, hi. Look, Debbie tells me it would be good for morale if I gave people around here a few attaboys every now and then. So I just wanted to say you did a pretty fair job driving during the chase yesterday.
Just a fair job?
Well, let's not get cocky. I mean, there's always room for improvement. For instance, when you're driving in a steady downpour, you should always... Ah! Did you see that? Did you see that? Those dagnabbit mice are everywhere, and I'm sick of it. So if you were wondering what your next job was going to be, now you know. Get rid of the mice in here. Just make sure you do it humanely, or Debbie will never let me hear the end of it. Maybe you can get one of those Piper guys, or better yet, some kind of catch-and-release trap at that Ma and Pa store. Just get it done, okay?
The elevator squish. Oh, it's the worst sound in the entire world ever. Yes, Pansy, that's actually one of my favorites too. The boat exploding in Ghost Dogs. I actually did that when I played that game. Alright, so we gotta get rid of the mice, and we gotta get rid of the groundhogs. Scott radiates the worst boomer energy.
Hey there.
I'm supposed to relocate those prairie dogs. How do I do that without hurting them?
By using the handy-dandy prairie dog vacuum I just invented. Won't hurt one single hair on their furry little heads. At least it won't after I replace this tube with a bigger one. How soon you supposed to move them?
By the end of the day.
Well, then get yourself over to Ma and Pa's and trade this tube in for one that's a bigger size. I'll set you up as soon as you get back.
Great, thanks.
Anything else on your mind?
Pansy, that is actually one of the funniest things you could say out of context. What are your other Nance stats? Imagine hearing that out of context, right? Okay, are we talking Nancy when Nancy actually dies, or when you get like a game over sequence? Because some of my favorite are like the older games where Nancy ends up in like the hospital or something, and she has to call like her employer. Like I'm thinking back to the Haunted Carousel, where she falls off the carousel and she's like, "Oh yeah, I broke like all my bones." It's so funny to me. Any game over. The deaths are pretty funny in the earlier games. In the newer games, they're a little bit more real. But I love that in Carousel. You know what we should do? We should do like a tier list of all the game over and death sequences. That would be really funny.
I'd better get going.
Alrighty then.
Oh, the Rocks and Deception Island, or crashing the canoe. Not the canoe, the kayak. Oh my god, those are hilarious. Okay, I gotta go to Mon Paz. Ah! Out of the way! Join me in Mon Paz.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
I was just wondering, where's the Ma part of Mon Paz?
Ma? Oh, she's around, and running errands and such. She'll be in later. What else you need?
Oh, I hope it's on Tier Maker. If it's not, I'll make my own, because that would be really funny. Oh, a jellyfish sandwich, or just like her getting like food poisoning in that game is hilarious. What are some other ones? I'm having to think really hard. The elevator squish is a classic. Okay, I'll have to make it, Coco. Let me make a note of that. I'll do that maybe for next stream. That would be really fun. ND. The chemical explosion. I did play that game on stream a while ago. Oh my god, the dog bone! I forgot about the dog bone at the end of Ghost Dogs. I don't feel so good. I know her voice acting in that game is really funny. Tier list. Deaths / game over. That will be so funny.
I need a mousetrap that will allow me to catch mice instead of kill them. Do you sell anything like that?
Sure don't, but just so happens I got something like that. Right over there in the museum. I'll even let you borrow it. As long as you do a little something for me first.
You bet.
You can update the tornado display I got set up
Oh,
over
this
there.
puzzle.
Just move the stuff on it around until it compares the old Vegeta way of saying how bad a twister is. You know, F1, F2, F3 and such. Until it correctly compares that scale to the new one. You know, the enhanced Vegeta scale. EF1, EF2, and EF3, and the like. The scale they switched over to a couple years back. You might have to do a little reading, but you can do that for me in return for the mousetrap, right?
No problem.
Atta girl.
Oh my god, dropping the calendar stones? Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, and yeah, I mentioned the ring falling off the carousel. Oh god. Oh, this puzzle. Okay, this actually shouldn't be too bad because once I know where each of these start, then I can do this pretty easily. So it's probably gonna be like this. Oi! Does it stay on? Yes, okay. No, you're fine, Coco. Don't worry about it. Oh! Oh! Getting squished by the carousel when you're under it? Oh, that one... Oh, that one's really rough. That one's very visceral. Oh my god, sinking into the bog. Shut up. That is so funny. I feel bad because that one's actually kind of scary because it's like the crow is like right there, and it's supposed to symbolize like the banshee is like watching you or whatever. Ugh. Ugh. I love it though, it's so funny. What else is there? Oh, Nancy trying to jump in Castle Malloy. She tries to jump in the tower. Oh my gosh. Okay, just need to see.
It looks like it won't accept paw pennies. The divining rod that's supposed to be here seems to be missing.
What other games are we thinking of? I always was really scared by the when she gets overheated in the sauna in Icicle Creek. That one was always really intense to me. It freaked me out a lot. That whole puzzle was just really intense and really got to me. Okay, I might need to look... Let's see. I might need to look, look on my computer for this information. Let me go back to the farm, see if that info is on the computer. Literally, Steve, that's one of my favorites. Oh my god, just... Knock too many times and Mrs. Drake is asleep and she screams. God. Okay, so the F scale... So F0 is 45 to 78. The EF scale is... Okay, and then F5 is 262 to 317. Okay. I think that should be what I need to finish that puzzle. Yeah, 4 miles an hour, that's like nothing, right? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Steve. Since I have the other, I have the Vegeta scale. I should just be able to go... Okay, so like 78... Right? Like that? Oh, it'll probably be more like that. And then 207, 260, 261. Like that. And then, oh, the gusts. I forgot about the gusts. Do you think anyone developed a taste for... Oh! Not this pansy! Because of the scene where the plant swallows her. You have to wonder... Oh god. Not like this. So the EF scale, anyway, is the EF scale is supposed to be stronger? I've only ranked smaller rope tornadoes have an EF4. Well, maybe it's like, oh no. Maybe like this. 18, 162, 210. Because if this isn't right, then I'll just switch them with the Gus, and that should be fine, right? 86. That. Wait. Yeah. Is that it? No. Okay, I have something wrong here. Actually, it might be this. I might have gotten this wrong. Uh-oh. Oh, I have them in the wrong order somehow. Unless I have this wrong? I only get it right when I back away. I thought it was automatic. 2 and 3. Like that? Because Vegeta... The F-Zero scale went up to 78, so I think this is right. 79 to 117, 118 to 161. Yeah, so I think this is right, and then it went up to 317. So then I think either this... I'm not sure now. Because you'd think that, like, a car would break before a house would get damaged, right? I think it's automatic. I think when I get it in the right position, then I automatically get backed out of it. I think it's like this. Let me try shifting these again. Gust speed. Let's see. See if I can find any more info. Tornadoes would cause little or no damage to sturdier homes or forests, can easily destroy a mobile home. Okay, so then this should go there for sure, right? I think this is it. Because it would easily destroy a mobile home before it would destroy a home. So I think this is right. So now I think it's just these being in the wrong order somehow. This is definitely right. It's just, what do I have? Right? Something's hinky here.
Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, you made a mistake in the wind speed column. Sorry, no mousetrap for you, not yet.
Wind
Have a good day.
See you soon.
But I'm... Oh, there's a mistake here? Maybe it's not that?
Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, you made a mistake in the wind speed column. Guess you have to just keep trying.
Good seeing you again.
See you soon.
You know, you could help me, Pa. Hmm.
Done with that Vegeta scale display?
You tell me.
Well, this time when I peeked, them pictures still weren't quite right.
The pictures?
Guess you have to just keep trying.
What?
Good seeing you again.
Y'all hurry back.
What? Let's go!
Talking up again so soon? Are you just back because you missed me?
A little of A?
And a little of B.
Well, go ahead. What's the word out here this week? Don't keep me in suspense.
There we go.
It's been nothing special to report now, I guess.
Nothing to report? Nothing at all? Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, oh, sure. It's been as slow as weeks, all.
Not even any good gossip about Scott's team? Any new blunders I can take back to the guys? I know it can't be smooth sailing over there these days. I mean, come on.
No. Very smooth sailing with Scott's team is what I always say, but just remember, I got a lot to do in the store. Better get to that. You just grab anything you need now. Take some candy on the way out, too. It's all me.
Okay. See you around, I guess.
All right. So Pa is in cahoots with a woman.
Well, congratulations, Nancy. From what I've seen, you got that Vegeta display set up just perfect. So go ahead and help yourself to that mousetrap. Y'all earned it. Just can't stay away, huh?
Yeah, I'm just so into you, bub.
Where's Ma? Still not here?
Nope. She had to drive over to Chickasha. Sister's lumbago's acting up. Anything else I can help you with?
I need a bigger tube for a vacuum Chase is building for me. Can you help me out?
Sure, long as you do a little something for me.
What's that?
Head over to the snack aisle. You can update the display I got set up over there.
Sure. Did you know the divining rod that's supposed to be on display in your museum is missing?
Missing? Why, I had no idea. How do you like that? Somebody must have took it.
When did you last see it?
It was there when I dusted, and that was just last week. It wasn't last month. Anyway, I can't imagine why anybody'd take it. All thing it's good for is fine and all. That's pretty much just a superstition. For most folks, that is. Some people around these parts still swear up and down divining rod's work. Well, guess I'm just gonna have to whittle me up a fake one and stick it in the display. Just be our little secret, okay?
Who is that woman asking all of those questions about Scott?
Ah, now I'm not wanting to talk bad about people around here, but that was Brooke. She heads up the other team of chasers. Maybe you heard of her.
She was really nosy.
Not nosy, just... Alright, nosy. But she and Scott are just so much alike. Guess it makes sense they'd always be checking up on each other.
Scott comes in here asking about her?
Oh, without a doubt.
Good seeing you again.
Stop by anytime.
Interesting. Okay, so Scott is also checking up on Brooke's team. Oh my gosh, when Nancy falls from the tree with Casper. Oh no! It's so dramatic too. I love it. Now, where does this one is the problem child? Because he's very big. works. And then... let's see. Moon chunk. Acorns. Hello? Oh no!
I did it!
Yeah, buddy.
Well, if it ain't my favorite customer.
I finished up the candy display.
Atta girl. Here.
You know what else that I'm very interested to hear about? What do you guys prefer? Did you guys prefer in the older Nancy Drew games where when she has a game over or a death, she gets like a phone call and it's like, oh, you fed my chickens the wrong thing and now all my chickens are dead, and she's like, oh yeah, I guess I did.
Thanks.
Or do you prefer the like, oh, she died and then suddenly there's a blackout screen and a typewriter? Because I think they're both funny in their own way. I don't know if I have a preference. The phone calls? I always found the phone calls so funny. Especially all the ones in Shadow Ranch were hilarious.
Hey there.
I went to pause and got a bigger tube for that prairie dog vacuum.
Alright.
This okay?
This puzzle.
Well, let's find out.
I will say I do not like this puzzle. I don't think this puzzle makes any sense.
There you go. One-handed dandy prairie dog vacuum.
How does it work?
We just turn it on, stick the tube in the hole, and all the critters in the burrows going to that hole be sucked into the bag.
That sounds a little rough. Are you sure they're going to be okay?
Of course they will. Built this baby here with safety in mind. That's why it's so ugly. Now don't forget, if there ain't any critters in the burrows going to that hole, you'll lose suction and some of the ones that you've caught will escape. You gotta make sure you catch all of them before you move them.
Okay.
Just keep at it and you'll do fine. There's some paw pennies in if you remember to bring this back when you're done. Don't want it falling into the wrong hands. Prairie dog's life is rough enough as it is.
You like the good news, bad news? Just make sometimes... Oh, yeah, if you do the same mistake, then you have to hear the phone call over and over.
Anything else on your mind?
I better get going.
That's what happened to me
Alrighty
in
then.
Haunted Carousel when I kept falling off of the carousel. It was like... Because that one's definitely kind of trial and error, because you're not... It's not always obvious where you need to click. Nancy, why did you do that? This puzzle is very silly and makes no sense. I think the idea is that you're trying to hit them right as they're coming out of their holes. It's like not a puzzle, it's just like reaction time. You know, Pansy, there is a game sort of like Nancy Drew that's called Miss Clue. It's definitely not the same, but it's definitely inspired by Nancy Drew. Heavily. It's very, very similar. What the? Come on. All the way in. There we go. But yes, I think having more games that are sort of like Nancy Drew would be really fun. I actually had thought that making a Nancy Drew type of game, like a not another Nancy Drew game, but like in the same style, would be really fun.
Here you go, little guys. Good luck in your new home. What's that flash? I should go check it out. It kind of looks like the money box I found at the farmhouse.
Terms are agreed. Service of CB with CC or CG from an HP Storm by June 2nd. Upon delivery, payment will be rendered in the amount of $550. So we got a nice little rose bush here.
Hey there.
I'm all done with the prairie dog vacuum. Here you go.
Alrighty then. Anything else on your mind?
I'll let you go.
See you around.
Alright, and then I have to... Oh, you know what? I didn't get the mousetrap. Thank you. Oh my gosh, thank you. I just got delivered food. No, I need to go back and get the mousetrap. Got to grab that. Excuse me. The mousetrap is another one of those puzzles that is interesting conceptually, but they overdid it way too much. Also, I can't remember where to find it. It's on the wall somewhere. There it is. How do we feel about the mousetrap puzzle? I'm very mixed on the mousetrap puzzle. Because I like it, but I don't like having to do it 4 times. Come on. You're with it? Aw, the mouse is so cute. I love the
I gotta
animation.
make sure to fill all of the traps.
All of the traps. Ooh, let's see what we got. I think this
Could you speed it up a little?
I just started, dude. Ooh, I got some kind of noodle situation with tofu? Let's freaking go. It smells really good. Yeah, I think they do it too much. It's overdone, for sure. I could see, like, kind of why they did it. You know, because the idea is that there's mouse infestations, you kind of have to get the frickin' mice out of here, you know? But it is way overdone. I remember when we had the speedathon, I think somebody did the speedathon for this game. It might have been Yandema. He's a very prolific Nancy speedrunner. And we were talking about how, like, if anybody can crack the code to make these puzzles faster, this is like the run killer for speedruns.
Well,
for this
finally.
game.
Now take them outside and dump them. The spring house out on Old Orchard Road. That should be far enough away. Let them go there.
Yeah, just use to pad out the game. I agree. I feel like a lot of people feel the same way. It seems like everybody in the chat does, at least. A good puzzle in the sense that it's interesting, but way, way overdone. Okay, so we gotta go 1 up. All the way down, excuse me. Or if they had changed it up a little bit more every time they did it, and also not done it 4 times. It's either 4 or 5, but it's a lot. Alright, I think that's the end of this day.
I can't go to bed yet.
No? What do I need to do still?
Check. That's done. That's done. Check. Did that. Did that. That's done. Did that. Did that.
Maybe I'll just go talk to people.
Let's move!
Oh!
The storm is about to go critical.
Here we go.
We need to get out in the field now.
Oh god,
You're
this
riding
puzzle!
point with Frosty. Scott and I will be tracking
Oh
the
no.
storm. Let's go!
Guys, I just remembered what puzzle's coming up. I'm so bad at this
Something
puzzle.
tells me this isn't the right car.
Woohoo! We're gonna
Oh
get a twister!
no. Okay, let's do it. We got this. I do believe I have to go up here somewhere. No.
The storm is the other way.
Shut up, Frosty. Your face is the other way. There we go.
Oh, check that out. No. No, no, no. Shoot. Video camera just died. Here, fix it. I've got to keep shooting stills.
Okay, this freaking puzzle. Alright, we got this. We can do this. This was always really scary to me because I always thought that this was timed. Because the music is really intense. I always thought it was timed. Okay, so 8, 9, 10. So let's do 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Let's see. 22, 23. Let's see. 22. So in case you're not sure, I think it says up here, you have to put the numbers in order, but they have to be touching the sequential numbers. And I like that it does show you that there is a connection, so if there's not a connection, it'll actually break. 23, 24, 25, 24, 25, 26. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. No. That's not right. 26, 27. No. 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. There we go. 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. No. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 8, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. No, that can't be right, because 44 is right here. Oh no. Oh no, not like this! 28, 29. I think this space has to be open so I can get to 44, right? Let's see. 637. No, I think, Oh god. I'm gonna have a bite of this noodle situation. Does anybody know what I'm doing wrong here? Because I need to get to 44 from here. So this would be 42. And I think this would have to be 43. Right here. 43. 42. So maybe this is 26. $27, $28.
Let's go!
Don't freaking rush me. Okay, 20, 27, 28. But then where do I put 29? Oh no. Can anybody hit me with a hint on this? I could potentially go backwards? I feel like I messed up something here and I need to figure out what it is. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Maybe if I move 24 here? 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. That might be it. So 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. Oh. Like that? That might be it. But then I have an extra block here, so I need to figure out what I'm doing with that. So, okay, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Oh yeah, I see. And then I don't have enough room for 47. Wait, 45, because I need...
I'm getting some great stills, but I need video.
45 there, which makes me think... 34 here, 33 there, 32... Yeah, that works. And then 46. Oh my god, this is so stressful. I think I got it though. Okay. 48, 49, 50, 51. 52, 53, 54. 55, 56, 57. 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. That's not gonna work. 56, 57, wait, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62. No, I need 63 to be here, I think. 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65. There's a spot up here that I missed too. Something's wrong up here. Because they're supposed to all fit. I'm gonna try to go backwards a little bit. Okay. Thank you, Coco. Good to have you. Thanks for lurking. Okay, that's gotta be that. Right? And then that gives us room over here.
I'm getting some great stills, but I need video.
Hi, Nick! How's it going? We're solving some puzzles, or we're trying to anyway. Can you help me with this? This is rough. Okay, that seems to be working. What are the rules? So we have to get all of these spaces filled with these numbers, and they all have to be touching consecutively. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I made a mistake here somewhere. I might have to move this around. 14. That's not right. Also, the ones in red I can't move. That actually, that might work. Okay, that's working. Okay, I think I figured it out. Okay, I think that should fix what's going on here. So we got 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, okay, so 58, 59, 60. Oh no, that's not it. This 59 has to touch 60. So 58, 59, 60, 61, 61, 62, 63, 64. Okay, oh my gosh, we almost got it. Okay, 64. Oh god. 65, 66, 16. Where's 67? Oh, there's 67. 65, 66, 67, 68, 70.
I fixed it.
Let's
Here you
go!
Frosty.
Just in time.
I did it!
Uh-oh, we got some trouble. The funnel is headed right for that building. Look at that! Knocked that barn flat! I hope it was as abandoned as it looked.
Nick, I did that with your moral support.
It's roping out!
Thank you.
It didn't record a thing. I thought you said you fixed it.
I did fix it.
Let's head back to the homestead.
So, still think tornadoes are cool?
I did fix it. It took me like 30 minutes.
You bet I do. I think what they are is cool, but after today, I'm sure not a fan of what they do.
That's something that researchers, myself included, all too often forget. As exciting as it is to chase tornadoes, they are hugely destructive, and the damage they do to lives and livelihoods is all too often horrible and irreparable. What a disheartening day. An EF3, and we failed to get so much as 1 inch of footage on it, thanks to you.
What do you mean, thanks to me?
Frosty says you failed to fix his video camera in time to record anything.
But that's not true. I fixed it in plenty of time. Not true.
Look, I don't want to hear excuses. Just go. Call it a day and make sure it doesn't happen again, okay? Okay.
Love audio being weird. Okay, so somehow our video didn't record. You're fine, Steve. That's a really,
What's
really
up?
hard one.
Would you like some candy?
Why not? Cheese? Is this a code? If you're in danger, blink twice.
That's it for now.
Have fun!
Alright, let's head to bed. Oh my god.
Hi, Debbie. How's it going?
Morning, Nancy. Looks like it's shaping up to be another big day for all of us. First things first, we've got huge communications problems right now. I had Chase fix up the GPS units and add the comm antenna location. I need you to take a trip over to see what the problem is. After that, I know Chase asked if you could drop by and talk to him, okay?
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Alright. So we gotta check out on the antenna. Should be down here. There it is. Yet another puzzle.
The wind sure did a number on these things. There's pieces of them everywhere.
Thankfully, with this puzzle, they lock into place when you got them. This one's basically just trial and error. No! Not like this. Nancy! Nancy, go back! Nancy? There we go. Hello, ma'am? Okay, that's good. It's not really a good way to do this, you just have to do it slowly but surely. Weird thing to criticize Nancy for, considering that if she didn't fix it at all, you couldn't have gotten footage anyways, sir! Exactly! Exactly! Extremely rude. Yeah, she was just doing what she was told to do. I think this one's fixed because it's lit up. Let's see. What are we still missing? That. And then...
There
we go.
Now they should work. What's that?
Just put the thing on the thing. Exactly.
Somebody on Scott's team probably dropped this.
Sure, Ryer? Superior? Dramatic music! No! Not the dramatic music! And I can't go anywhere!
I need to get out of here.
Go, Nancy, go!
Turn ahead 999 leagues.
That's not the right way back to the farm. What is going on here? Somebody must have programmed this thing to give faulty directions.
Return now. Error. Return home.
I'm working on it. I will say that I really appreciate the atmosphere that they build in this game. I feel like they could have done a little bit more with like that sequence and then the sequence with the original tornado. I feel like that's one of the strong suits of this game. It's like the kind of the drama that it starts to build.
One of the things I want you to do today is trap the mice I keep seeing by the table and get them out of here. They're starting to get pretty annoying.
Thanks to that faulty GPS, I wound up in the middle of a violent thunderstorm on my way back from fixing the antenna. I know it sounds paranoid, but I think someone tampered with it.
You sure you were operating it correctly?
Positive.
I'll have Chase take a look at it. What else is going on?
I think you guys have got a mouse problem.
No, we've got a mice problem, which we're all just trying to ignore because there's really no time to do anything about it.
I think maybe the little piles of corn I keep finding are what's causing it.
I haven't noticed any little piles of corn. Little piles of dirt, yes, but corn? Anyway, it's more likely the mice are causing the piles. Probably storing up for the winter or something.
I better get to work.
Have fun!
Alright. Take 2. Another long mouse puzzle. How's it going, everybody? What are you up to? Alright. This is actually going okay. Probably not the most efficient way to do this, but whatever. Slibby! Are you Slibby guy? Okay. Alright, almost there. One more. Uno más. Trying to figure out where to pose all my Pokemon in my
That's all of
drawing.
them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home.
What all Pokemon are gonna be in your drawing? Excuse you. Illegally cutting in front of the main character.
Nancy, now this is what you call perfect timing. I was just getting ready to put the transmission of this car back together.
Oh, God.
But seeing as you're here and seeing as Debbie said I should feel free to give any job I don't have time for to you, that's just what I think I'll do.
Sounds like fun.
All you gotta do is put the gears I just cleaned back on 3 horizontal rods. There's a notch for each gear.
There are a
so
lot
you
of
just
puzzles
figure
in
out
this
which size
game.
gear goes to which notch. Of course, you gotta make sure when the gears line up vertically, they touch but don't overlap each other. It's not hard, just takes a little time and a little bit of trial and error.
No problem.
Another one that's really tough. Okay, so this one's gonna go here at the end. Okay. Maybe like that, and then...
That won't work. The gears will overlap.
Oh, that's not gonna be big enough.
Can't put a gear on this notch until I take off the gear that's blocking it.
Where does this little one go? Maybe there? Like there, and then maybe we'll try that. So that's definitely going there. Hi, Bilbo. Yes, he says hello. He's gotten trapped in my bedroom for some reason, because he loves his mom. That's why. Okay, so this one has to be orange, this one has to be yellow. So let's put maybe like the blue here, orange, another blue. I think this one has to be purple. Maybe like green, blue, purple, blue, and yellow? Let's go!
Yes! I did it! I got all the gears back on the rods.
Fine job, Nancy. Now come on over here. Something else I need you to do.
Oh no.
I need for you to run this here estimate over to Scott.
Oh, okay.
It's for the body work that needs to be done on Pete's car. Scott's supposed to look it over and sign it before I give the repair shop the go-ahead.
Well, I'll take it to him.
Appreciate it.
Sure.
Anything else on your mind?
Did you fix the GPS devices?
Sure did.
Yeah, mine went crazy.
I think maybe they could use some more work. Mine went berserk and tried to lead me directly into the path of a storm.
It did what now?
It tried to lead me right into the storm.
I'm real sorry, Nancy. All I did was run a few updates and... I'm very sorry it went haywire on you. I'll make sure it never happens again.
I have got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
Of course. You're okay in my book, Miss Drew. Thanks.
Hey, you almost killed me. Want some candy?
I'll check back with you later.
See you around.
What's up?
I have got some extra candy. Would you like a piece?
Okay, thanks, Nancy.
What else are we up to today?
I better get to work.
Have fun.
Just talk to everybody.
What's going on?
Pa tells me that you've been asking him about Brooke. Is that true?
Huh? No, that's not true.
That's what he said.
You know, maybe you should spend less time talking to Pa and more time doing your job here, Nancy. Rich uncle or no, you have work to do. So do it.
Oh, Chase asked me to give you this estimate from the auto repair shop.
Oh yeah, he warned me this was coming. I'll take care of it, thanks. Pretty scary how much damage a bunch of frozen raindrops can do to a car. Of course, they've been frozen to the size of golf balls thanks to several miles worth of updraft.
Was that Frosty?
Yes, that was Frosty. Look, go down there and whatever his problem is, take care of it, okay? I don't have time for any histrionics.
Nancy, come over here. Look, try not to get upset.
Here we go
I just
again.
discovered we have a really big problem down here. Mice. One just scampered right across my keyboard. My keyboard, Nancy! That's way over the line.
You're afraid of mice?
What, who, me? What, afraid? No. I mean, so what if they crawl all over everything and come darting out of the shadows when you least expect it and have those tiny pink feet and those skinny little tails? Okay, yes, mice totally creep me out, all right? The point is, I can't get anything done with them scampering their brains out down here, and somebody like you needs to get rid of them. Please?
I'd be happy to.
Bless you. Okay. Well, what are you waiting for? Go for it.
God. Scampering their little brains out. Oh, hey. I think this is important. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Where are the mice? There we go. One more again. And then I think we have to do it one more time after this. Nope, that was the wrong candy. Like, again. The fact that we have to do this again in the same day. Alright, come on, little guys, let's go. Move it on in, buckaroo. Oh god, I just realized I could hear all their little feet at the same time. I love mice. I think they're very cute. Don't like the mouse puzzle, though. Oh lord. There's too many of them. Okay. We're in the clear.
That's all of them. Don't worry, fellas. You're gonna like your new home.
I think I can definitely see why this is not everybody's favorite game because of the monotony of that puzzle. Plus, it does feel a little bit chore heavy. Even though we are undercover and investigating a mystery, it does sort of feel like all of the puzzles we're doing are not necessarily related to the mystery. We're just doing puzzles that are related to chores. So I could kind of see why people wouldn't like that. I think the setting and the characters make up for it. The story is, like, interesting enough. It's like, oh, who did it? Alright.
Hey, Nancy. Frosty's got quite the unusual scream, doesn't he?
Well, he had kind of a good reason.
Oh, come on. Did you scream when you saw that mouse in Scott's office? No. He thinks he's so smooth. First time I heard him do that, I thought my little sister was downstairs.
I'll check back with you in a bit.
Have fun!
Is that your main gripe with it, Steve? I don't blame you.
No bed for me. I still have things to do. Check. That's done. Check. That's done. Did that.
Yes?
Why don't you get a cat for your mice problem?
Cats? Forget about it. I'm deathly allergic to cats. Mice are annoying, but at least they don't leave me sneezing and short of breath.
Guess I'll get going.
Don't hurry back.
That's very fair, Steve. Oh, wait! I know what I have to do.
Look at that!
But
Knock
I
that
fixed
darn
it.
Flat. I hope it was as abandoned as it looked. It's roping out!
Okay, so the audio's there, but not the video. Let's talk to him about that.
What's up?
How come Scott told me you didn't get any footage on that tornado we saw?
Because I didn't. I told you. That camera you said you'd fixed was still broken.
But I did fix it. I'm sure of it.
Nope. Still broken. You can see for yourself if you want. I left it upstairs. In all the excitement, I didn't double-check your work until it was too late. So I guess it's partially my fault. I told Scott to go easy on you. And since you're still standing, guess he did. Look, we just had some bad luck. Means odds are next time, we'll have good luck. Stuff happens. Forget about it.
I need to get going.
Oh, I almost forgot. Do me a favor and give this to Chase for me. I borrowed it from him. Keep forgetting to return it.
Sure.
Thanks, Nancy. You're the bomb.
Come on, darn it, get off, get off, get off!
Who's he talking to?
How come something that makes such a mess be worth so much money? I'm never gonna get this stuff off. These are my best boots, dang it! Get out!
That was a little weird.
Sure love that gambler's fallacy. Of course storm chasers would be like that, yeah. Especially Frosty.
Hey there.
Frosty asked me to return this to you.
Thanks.
Does he borrow stuff from you a lot?
Hardly ever. Him and me don't exactly have a ton of stuff in common. He's the outgoing, sophisticated type, and I'm just a simple country boy.
Simple
Won't
country
let me
boy.
forget it neither.
What's Debbie's relationship to Frosty like?
Well, I always figured she didn't have much use for him. But you know, lately, seems like she and him been hanging out with each other a lot. Nothing romantic or anything like that, just, you know, talking. Sure don't know about what.
I'll check back with you later.
Alrighty then.
Alright. So I think that should be it for this day, maybe? Let's check. Yeah.
Morning, Debbie. What's up?
If I seem a little frantic, it's because there's a front moving in capable of producing a supercell, maybe even lots of supercells. So we're moving out ASAP. Everyone's already outside. You'll ride with Chase in the... Holy cow, that was the jack for Scott's phone.
So dramatic.
Forget what I was saying. You're gonna have to stay here and fix Scott's phone connection. Scott will freak if he comes back and his phone doesn't work. Soon as I finish entering these data, I am out of here.
Kids addicted
Go
to their
on,
phones,
go
am I
fix
right?
that phone. Go!
But how do I fix a phone? I've never done anything like that.
It probably just needs to be rewired. I've seen you work. I know you can figure this out for us.
You have no experience rewiring things, Nancy, but I'm sure you can just figure it out. And it's literally on fire, and she just watches. It's so silly.
Come on, Debbie, let's get going.
On my way.
Alright, I actually like these puzzles. You basically have to go over all the circles at least once without crossing over these lines again. So for example, I could do this, but I can't go back up here because I've already been there, so I could do this. But then I would need to get over here, so maybe... Did I just accidentally solve this puzzle? Hold on. I think I did! Oh my gosh. Incredible.
That should do it. There, all fixed. What's that sound?
As long as you're making sure that everything looks right, you know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I know what I'm doing here.
That's Scott. This headset must have some kind of wireless connection to his cell phone. Wonder who he's talking to.
Congratulations! Any chance you can keep your act together so that the rest of the world doesn't also know what you're up to?
No one suspects a thing, Brooke.
Brooke? That's the name of the leader of that rival chase team.
Let's try to keep it that way.
You worry about keeping up your part of the deal. I've got everything and everyone under control out here.
Nick, that's a really good guess. Everyone is doing something criminal. They're just sabotaging each other without realizing it. I really like that.
Looks like I need a key.
Do I have a key? Yeah. May 4th, Professor Scott Varnell, Department of Meteorology, Canute College. Dear Professor Varnell, the college tenure committee has completed their review of your case and forwarded their findings. It is my regret to inform you that you will not be awarded tenure or promoted to rank of full professor this year. The committee believed your application did not meet the college standards. These standards, as outlined in Section 4 Rule, clearly state the requisites for tenure. While your teaching and knowledge of your field were considered adequate, serious concerns were raised about your publications record in regard to quality, frequency, and practical application, and must support the recommendation of the committee. Okay, so he did not get tenure, which is unfortunate. Also, this was the key that we found by the antenna that had been destroyed. God. This puzzle! Okay. Alright, I'm just gonna take a picture of these with my phone. Hold on. This puzzle always confused the frickin' heck out of me. So... should be everything over here, I think. Oh! This is where I could have found stuff about EF. The EF's, frickin' numbers. Whatever.
There's some kind of residue on the blade. Smells like...
Get busy whiffing.
Coolant.
Oh my gosh. Could it be? Could it have been Scott who cut the line? Can I snoop in Debbie's stuff? No. Can I snoop in Frosty's stuff? Just in from Germany. Sassy Detective. Latest issue out now. Drives like a dream if only. Oh, so he did a test drive. Does Nancy Drew have shuffled solutions like Humongous Games? No. The puzzles come in different difficulty levels, depending on what you play. if you play like senior or detective or junior detective. And there are some puzzles you can skip just based on like linearity. Is linearity a word? It might not be. Linearness.
Looks like Chase stepped in that oil puddle I saw by the sprinklers. Or are there other puddles of oil around here?
That actually would be kind of cool if the Nancy games did have kind of the shuffled solutions. I think it lends itself more for those, you know, those kids games though, since it is pretty
mice?
Simple.
I don't know. Looks to me like this was made by the knife I saw in Scott's office.
Dun dun dun!
I shouldn't steal.
Come on, Nancy.
What am I doing? Those belong to Chase.
Ah. You passed the test, Nance.
Hello?
Nancy! Good. Glad I got you. You alright now? Everybody get through that storm?
Yeah, we're all fine.
Not number unavailable.
I was hoping so, but after something that big, thought I'd better check. While I got you on the phone, something's come up, and I could really use you down at the store. Please, hurry!
Okay, I'll be right there.
Please hurry. Oh my god, he must be in trouble. Oh, what's wrong?
You're here, and you brought the mousetrap. Good. Because I've been seeing a lot of mice lately, especially with that homesteader display in the museum. Must have a nest right beside it. I want you to catch them for me and get them out of here before the health department hears about it. They give me a hard enough time already for selling all them Cocoa Kringle products.
I can do that for you, sure.
That's a spit. Here. Here's one of them moon chunks to use as bait.
Ooh, I'll need that. Thanks.
So you just go on over there and have at it.
Let's see. Where are these little guys? Hello?
You ain't going nowhere till you catch them mice.
They had Cocoa Kringles on the Hero Interactive website for a while, I think. Didn't they? Or maybe they were, like, giving them away. What the... Where are the mice? Hello? My understanding is, yeah, it's kind of like a Crunch Bar. Y'all? It's at a very weird angle. Aha! Thank you for believing in me. And believing in the heart of the cards. Alright, one more. This is the last time we have to do this. Thank goodness. Oh boy. And there's no music. So how do y'all rate this game? I do like it despite its issues. I got those in. A solid mice out of 10. Not good. That's fair, Steve. That's fair. What are your top games, Steve? Out of curiosity. I need to do a full rating from them all soon. I'd love to know what you think. I think I want to do a Nancy game tier list at some point. I think that'd be really fun. If we hadn't already been streaming for almost, 3.5 hours already, then I might even have done it after this game. Seesaw. I mean, see and saw. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Shadow. What is... Oh, Ghost of Thornton Hall, Sea of Darkness. Everybody seems to really like Sea of Darkness. I thought that was a good one, too. Very pretty as well. I really like the aesthetic in that game. Maybe I will do a tier list after this. I'm kind of curious. Alright, we're almost done. Yeah, I think the environment for that game is probably my favorite part of it. Alright, almost there, y'all. Puzzles in this game, definitely not my fave. I don't hate them. Like, some of the puzzles I do like. The fact that I've been able to do all these with only a couple of hints has actually been pretty nice for me. A lot of times I'm really bad at puzzles. This last puzzle in the game, though, the, like, weird code that they have, is really rough for me.
I'm finished here.
Thank you kindly. Now get him out of here before any tourists see him.
Alright. One last time.
Thanks for catching them mice, Nancy.
I will say that the mice do, like, lead us to some clues. So I will give the puzzle that. Oops. It's coincidence, but they still do lead us to some clues, which I do appreciate. But I think that they could have done the same thing, but not have it be a terrible puzzle. Skizzy?
That wasn't there before. That's the divining rod that's missing from the museum.
So like this, for example.
I wonder if someone was trying to hide it. And stepped in that pool of oil over there in the process.
So, like, this implicates Chase, right? Because Chase had the oil on his shoes. Just better puzzles. Yeah, the same puzzle 4 times is absolutely wild to me. I think that's pretty much everybody's biggest gripe about this game. It's very silly. There was surely a way to expedite the puzzle like a Bioshock pipe dream? As far as I know, there's not. I wish the other cars would honk and scream when you hit them. Pansy, are you okay? Just kidding. God. oil or oil? Ole? Oil? I say oil. Swear at Nancy.
Hey, thanks for fixing the phone. You didn't miss much on the chase.
You didn't miss much around here either.
Well, that's the breaks. Hey, you know, since
Oh,
you're so
God.
good at fixing things, why don't you fix the TV? I think we've abused it enough. It's not getting any picture.
I'd better get to work.
Have fun.
Okay, this puzzle. I actually find this puzzle very interesting. Oh god, okay. So, I think what we have to do is we have to match up each of these separately. What the fuck you doing? Can you imagine there being like a super explicit swear word in a Nancy Drew game? Oh, in the Deep South they say oil. That's fair. Oil, oil, oil. Now I'm like sounding it out with a New York accent. Okay, red, red, red. Okay, so that outer ring is good. That ring. Red is there and there. And there. Okay. Red there, there, and there. Oh, got it. Okay, so we got red. Yeah, the TV puzzle is awful blind, but I actually like it when you know how to do it. Yes, the fact that they don't really tell you what to do, and you just kind of have to fiddle with it. Yeah, having no information on this was hell at first. But it is cool, now, you know, once you figure out how to do it. Green. Green, 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 and green, okay. Green, green, green. Okay, that's working. Green there. Okay. Yeah, basically I get 3 of them down and then I just move the final one into place. Okay, blues. Blue. Blue, 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 and blue. Okay, that seems good. Then blue, blue there. Kind of hurts my eyes a bit after a while. Oh wait, does that work? Blue, blue, blue. Blue there. Then blue here. There we go.
Shows a clear thunderclap.
That's the footage from Frosty's camera. I'm sure of it. It did record after all.
I think it's a lost cause, Nancy. It's permanently broke. Bummer.
So, and I do like that. I think like doing that puzzle, thinking it's not going to go anywhere, and then suddenly you see the footage. I like that. I think that's a good beat in these games, even though it's kind of like, in a way, it's kind of silly that that would happen. But Nancy Drew games are silly, so obvi. Now you're having flashbacks to all the Colors songs for the 3rd grade students. Aww. I bet they get stuck in your head.
Hey, Nancy, whoa. Never seen that look on your face before.
You've been secretly selling tornado footage to someone, haven't you?
What? I have no idea what you're talking about.
You've been shooting stuff for the team, but selling it on the sly, using the box under the yellow rose bush by the barn as a drop point. That's how you got all those scratches on your arm. And Debbie not only knows about it, she condones it. I overheard you two talking out in the cornfield. Or should I say, conspiring. You two are trying to get Scott so frustrated that he finally blows and says or does something that will force the college to let him go.
Nancy, do you have any idea how crazy you sound?
What I don't know for sure is whether you two are also responsible for the other stuff that's happened around here, like the hose in Pete's car, and the equipment failure, and the mouse infestation. Guess I'll just have to tell Scott everything and see what he thinks.
Okay, look, I don't know why you feel like you need to stick your big fat nose where it doesn't belong, but all I did was sell some pictures and footage to this girl I know who's trying to make a name for herself as a nature photographer.
She's not doing a good
Legally, all
job.
the stuff I shoot belongs to the team, but that's totally unfair, and Debbie agrees. She knows how hard it is to get a good start, and she looks the other way. Don't be upset with her, though. She's just trying to help. But when it comes to all that other stuff, I had nothing to do with any of it, and neither did she. I promise you. So there's really no reason to tell Scott any of this, right?
I guess not.
You're a fine lady. Oh, and that big fat nose thing? Kidding. So, how are those cloud pictures coming?
Actually, I'm having problems finding cirrostratus.
You know, if you head on out to the Fraser Creek windmill, I'll bet you anything you'll get your picture. Weather conditions for cirrostratus should be perfect right now. In the meantime, I gotta get back to work. See ya.
So I think I have to go get that picture, but I don't think I need to get any of the other pictures. Let's go ahead and see.
It's late, Nancy. Go to bed.
Oh, it was raining and now it's not. Okay. Okay, we're pretty close to the end of the game. I think I'm gonna try to finish it out today. Yeah, Sea of Darkness had Dagny as is queer, which we love to see. I think there's a lot of queer-coded characters in these games, but I think she was the first, one of the first, if not the first, explicitly gay character. I'm pretty sure every character in that game is gay, to be honest. Can I get any more photos today? Kind of wonder. Okay. Some of these spots where you think you can... Excuse me? You can actually stop. Don't actually go anywhere. I don't know if this counts. It's just sort of foggy. Some of the people on her interactive forums were hating. Of course they were! People have been hating on people who are different forever. They can't handle the fact that she was cute, hot, and gay. I like her voice actress, too. Actually, might have some of these photos already. Yeah, I have that one. Okay. Let's go give the Divining Rod to Pa. And then we could probably confront Chase. So we already confronted Frosty. To be fair, I think her whole subplot is that even her partner couldn't handle Dagny.
What's going on there, Nancy?
Have Scott and his team always been so accident-prone?
I'd say they've always been
Oh,
reality
Bilbo.
prone. If you're the type to chase down tornadoes, the reality of the situation is that you're pretty much giving trouble your home address. But from what I've been hearing, this year's been especially bad.
You'll be happy to know I found your missing divining rod.
Well, put the cat out of the rain. Where was it?
Out in the spring house.
If you can put it back in the display, I'd be truly grateful.
Nick, thanks for contributing your channel points.
I've enjoyed talking to you.
Don't let them canutes work you too hard.
I appreciate it. All right. Let's go confront Chase. Oops. And then I think we'll be coming up on almost the end of the game.
Hey there.
How was the chase that I missed?
Oh, went pretty good. Didn't see any funnel clouds, but I managed to plant a sensor right in the path of a major downdraft, if you can believe that.
Congratulations. I take it that was a big deal?
Oh, you bet. Been trying at that all season with no luck.
Was Scott there to see it?
He went in the base vehicle by himself, but he was real happy when he heard about that sensor. Yes, ma'am.
You've been spending all your spare time around here trying to find oil, haven't you?
What? Oil? Well, I've been doing no such thing. Where'd you get an idea like that?
I found the divining rod you
Nancy
took
is
from Haas
bold.
Museum.
I'll give her that.
The one you left by the old spring house.
I should have known I wouldn't get away with it. Lying and conniving and sneaking around, they just don't come natural to me. My mama raised me just too right. Me. See, I heard rumors there was an oil deposit somewhere underneath this here farm. I also heard the college was getting ready to dump the place, so I signed up with Scott figuring I could look for oil, and if I found some, try to get my daddy to invest in a little real estate.
Did you really think you could find oil using an oversized stick?
It ain't no stick. It's a divining rod. And the one I took from Paul's isn't just any divining rod, neither. Used to belong to Charles Hamilton. It's that stick that made him the richest man in the state. My great-granddaddy saw it in action once. Saw it practically fly out of the man's hand and stick straight into the ground like it was being held there by some kind of magnet. The men started digging, and sure enough, they hit oil. And I found oil around here, too, a couple of times. Of course, when I started digging, all I ended up with were puddles. That's 'cause of Scott. He's the one messing stuff up around here. He's a jinx. And that's the truth. Listen, I'm truly ashamed of my behavior, Nancy. I will apologize to Pa for taking that divining rod first chance I get. And I know it's highly unlikely, but should you and my mama ever cross paths...
So cute.
I'll keep this to myself, but you've got to keep being honest with me.
You got a deal. You know, come to think of it, I guess I can't rightly say all the bad stuff that's been going on is just bad luck. Like when I checked out the lightning rod on the farmhouse to see why Scott's phone blew up like that, I discovered something kind of strange. Instead of being wired so any lightning that struck the house would be directed to the ground, this here lightning rod connected to the wiring inside the house.
Someone wanted that phone jack to explode?
Or the TV, or the fridge. Someone just wanted to do some damage.
But you're sure it was wired that way on purpose?
Either that, or this thing was put up by the world's dumbest electrician.
So you're sort of right, Nick. So everybody
That's it for now.
does have their own
Bye
agenda,
now.
in the sense that everybody is trying to make their own play, and that's what's kind of making them suspicious. So, for example, Chase
I'm gonna hit the sack, Nancy. You should do the same.
Chase wants to find oil. Frosty is helping out a random person. Frosty and... what's her name? Debbie have been working together. Okay, so we have all of them except... oh wait, no, we're missing Cumulus and Cirrus. So I think now we can go to bed, and then we should be up on the final puzzle of the game.
Good morning, Debbie.
Nancy, perfect timing. We've got a couple target storms ready to go critical. We need to get out in the field now. You'll drive. Scott and I are going to be tracking the storm. Okay? Ready?
Yes, let's go.
Let's go.
Nope, not this one.
Pardon me?
We've got 2, maybe 3 possible targets out there.
All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Tell me what we're looking at.
Got word that the northmost cell is already throwing some pretty sizable hail. We might be a little late on that one.
All right, that's not the system I'm excited about anyway.
Didn't think so. We go west. It's a longer drive, but there's some good movement, high amount of shear.
Perfect.
From what I've been hearing, Brooks' team has been saying they already got 6 confirmed touchdowns and 2 good reads on supercells that didn't spawn funnels.
She's a number inflator if there ever was one. 6 people confirming 1 storm cloud is not 6 confirmations. We really could use a nice data set on a non-tornadic supercell.
Maybe she'll share what she's got.
Now that's an idea. Why didn't I think of that? Brooke, it'd be really cool if you'd share your data. I mean, really, it's just the polite thing to do.
I don't usually listen to these banters.
All right, stay sharp. This system is starting to look really good.
Should I drive into one of the pull-offs for tracking a storm?
Yes.
All right.
It's your lucky day, Nancy. Since I don't feel like wrestling with the prehistoric Doppler unit, you're going to do it for me.
Great.
Since Kanyuka could care less about providing working equipment, we're stuck with this garbage. You're going to have to take care warming it up since it's about twice your age. You're going to have to flip 3 switches, 1 in each group, to get it started. All the lights need to be set to blue before it starts working properly. Remember, the lights won't turn until you activate them.
This is another puzzle I find very weird that I never fully got. It's just a lot of trial and error. There's not really any, I don't know, I guess there's logic to it. I don't know. Keep in mind, I'm just baffled at the guess since I've only caught the last hour 20 of the stream. Oh, I did it. Nice.
There it goes again. Shoot! We've got to get this back up and running quickly. If those cables get mixed up, it will be days before I can get them resorted. Make sure you keep those
this
cables in
puzzle
order. Don't
I
forget,
actually
the
like.
top cable goes in the first plug, and the bottom goes in the last plug.
This puzzle I actually like because it is very fun. So basically these colors go with these numbers and the order in which these wires are. So for example, it looks like
you finished?
This one's next, and then yellow. And then light blue, maybe? Yellow. No, that'd be orange.
How are things coming on that Doppler?
Like that. You can test them out to see. And then it's going to be green. So it's going to be green, then orange.
What's the word? You finished?
Green, orange, light blue, dark blue, pink. That should be it.
Can you hurry it up a little?
Shut up, Scott.